Oh God.
You're gonna die.
You're gonna die one day.
Yep.
Oh, it looks so cool.
Yeah, dude.
You should quit.
Is this what the Geico caveman looks like when he's on break between commercials?
Yeah, he puts on a fucking
Yeah.
beanie and says daughter on it.
Daughters.
Cigarette in
Excuse
front of
you.
his fucking phone. Oh my
Well,
God.
Put it back on. Jesus Christ.
Put the daughter back
hell.
on.
Alright.
Daughters. Can't have more. Can't just have one.
Nope.
Speaking of just can't have one, you can't have just one of these
Wait.
podcasts. Welcome to the
Wait,
podcast.
hold on.
Episode...
Wait, hold on. No. Put the whole beanie over your head. Like, just
See
There
how
you
far
go.
down.
Perfect.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
for the whole podcast. Yeah, smoke a cigarette.
Episode 28.
Lights his beanie on fire. We don't
that's
tell him for like 20 minutes.
Yeah,
Sucks, man.
It sucks.
apparently.
I'm Adrian. You got the Gore Boy up there.
That's me.
You got Casey over here. I don't know which way. I don't know which way we're gonna edit them, so I don't know where.
I'll put him in.
and
places.
then Kyle's there.
Yeah, all right. He did. Wait, what were you pointing at, Kyle? You pointing at Casey?
Whoever's right here.
Well, it could
Why
be
you want to
anybody.
get that? We're interested
I'm
in
gonna put you on the top right, so you're pointing at nobody. I'm gonna make sure of it.
Black out his screen for that moment.
All right.
So, on this episode, we're talking some trailers. Got Aladdin, Endgame, Doom, Annihilation, the biggest
Hell yeah.
action movie of the year, probably, and Good Boys. News-wise, I'll be talking James Gunn, and then Kyle's got some South by Southwest talk to go after, right? Are we just all talking about that, or
Yeah, I'll talk about it. Well,
Something
whatever.
that played at South by Southwest.
okay? And then we're gonna go with box office and talk about what we watched at the very end.
Yeah.
Because
That
nothing
sounds
really came out
great.
this week. So
That sounds great.
that sounds dandy.
Nobody saw Nancy Drew and the hidden.
Yes.
The hidden Nazis or
Nope.
whatever. Nancy Drew
Yeah,
versus
hidden
Nazis. Are you okay?
Anyway,
Nancy
what,
Drew
tra-
versus-
He died.
Oh, boy.
what trailer you guys want to start on?
I don't want to.
Avengers, right?
Speaking of not wanting to, let's talk Doom.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. We're gonna start
Sure.
with Doom Annihilation.
Sure.
All right.
we can ramp. We can
Start
ramp
off
up
at
to
the
Doom if
lowest
you want.
point, all right.
Yeah, maybe
I'm down to ramp up.
we should probably ramp up to Doom Annihilation.
Hell yeah, brother.
So
All right.
let's start with something okay.
All right, let's talk about Endgame.
Okay.
No, I guess though if you don't want to ramp up to Doom, I don't know why you want to, but all right, we can do Good Boys.
You're the one who fucking
Yeah.
said let's
Hey,
ramp
you
up
agree
to
with
it.
me? That was a joke, man.
I'd rather
That's a
ramp
joke.
up to the bad. Start off with something positive. Start with some
Alright.
posy vibes.
All right, Good Boys then. Let's talk Good Boys.
All right.
All right.
So this trailer's a little bit older, right?
No,
About a
Came out
week.
a few days ago.
3 days?
Oh, I
4
thought it came
days
out last
ago?
week.
it came out. It probably came out closer to about a week ago. I'd say probably
Okay.
5 days ago.
All right, so so I guess that they're gonna have 2 movies coming out.
Yeah, well, he's not in this one. He's only
Yeah.
producing it.
So the Red Band trailer, the beginning of that was great.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the beginning of that was great. You know, you can't watch your own trailer. You could say all the garbage in the movie. You
Yeah.
can't.
What do you say? Like,
We
that-
can have you
that-
say all of it, but we can't let you watch you say it.
yeah.
Which is great. He's like, and then the kid's like, "That's fucked up." And he's like, "Yeah, I know."
Dude, I like this trailer a lot, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was great. And I actually lost it when the guy yells out, "Get the fuck out of here, Stranger Things!"
It's funny. It's
That was
funny.
good.
It's a little, low common denominator.
I mean,
it's
yeah. Well,
like,
I mean,
look at a dildo. Oh, we'll hit you with it. And like, that
It's
kind of
not-
humor.
smells like shit.
But yeah, it smells
Yeah.
like the anal bead. Yeah, of course.
It's the
adult bead.
silly stupid humor.
That anal
Yeah.
bead.
It's the easy silly stupid humor.
Yeah.
If done right, it's pretty good.
There's something special about it, because you watch like a great young actor, like what's his name from Room? I forgot his
From the
name.
90s?
Yeah, no, not.
Oh,
from
is that
the 90s.
him?
Yeah, that's the kid from Room.
Oh, fuck.
Watching,
Jacob Tremblay.
Jacob Tremblay, watching
Yeah.
him talking about like, wait, doesn't he say fuck like once in this trailer? I remember hearing that going, whoa. I think he
That's
swears
hilarious.
once.
I didn't even recognize
I
that.
think- Yeah, he's the main
I think
kid.
he says it like 2 or 3 times.
I was like, whoa, he's still 12. That's fucked up. Yeah, he should be playing
Yeah,
Fortnite.
They can't hear you say that.
Yeah, kids can't watch this. They can participate in this, but they can't watch this.
That's hilarious. Cause yeah, I'm gonna mention later, but I actually watched Room. I just didn't recognize him. I guess because that was a couple years ago.
Yeah, I mean, he looks
Huh.
about the same. So he was also in that
Yeah.
really terrible. What was it called? Book of
Odyssey?
Henry. No, he wasn't. No, that wasn't. That was the It kid, the kid from It. But I know they're all small white kids. They all look exactly the same. Should have seen me when I was small and white. I probably look like everybody else.
I'm sure.
I hate being white.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But anyway,
Damn my misfortunes.
my misfortune. Oh, yeah, it's just a pain.
Look at all this stuff around me. I can't have anything in life.
I can't. It's all garbage. I feel
God,
ashamed.
everything's handed to me on a silver platter. It sucks.
It sucks. I
Yeah, look,
go
look at
walk-
Kyle. Can't even afford a background.
Yeah, look at him. He's got a face with a hand or some shit. What the fuck's going on? You're covering it now, of course. Yeah, that right there. What the fuck is that? What is that?
Big collection of movies.
It looks like someone just put their hand in front of someone taking a picture.
Is that your
Yeah.
Ingmar Bergman collection?
Yeah, dude. It's huge.
All right, sweet. Ah, that's sweet.
Fucking sweet.
When is Ingmar Bergman gonna direct a Avengers movie?
He's dead.
Oh no! I knew that. I knew that. Yeah, I know.
All right. And
He's
you guys have
dead.
anything to say about Good? You guys have anything to say about Good Boys?
It looks fun.
Yeah, that was a couple of good
Hey,
boys.
I think the beginning of the Red Band trailer sets the precedent of what I was expecting, which is exactly what I expected. That's
Yeah,
great.
Good Boys gave me good laughs. That's gonna be the review when it comes out.
It's
actually,
also
I already got reviews. It's like a 50-something% right now on Rotten Tomatoes.
that's where I expect to be.
Yeah.
Looks like if Seth Rogen wrote 8th grade. That's what it feels like.
There you go. And it had boys.
You know what? You know what? You're
It had
not wrong.
boys. And it had boys besides feature mainly a woman or a girl. So
Yeah, but his point stands.
yeah, so you're right.
Okay.
Well, Seth Rogen
so-
could do a female-led movie. Why can't he? Come on, don't be sexist. Come on, fucker.
Let's talk Aladdin.
Oh. All right, someone else start.
That's probably the highest budget Bollywood movie I've ever seen.
Yeah, I do like that they were doing the Bollywood stuff, which is smart for it's Aladdin. So
Now this
they
trailer.
could just make it generic and make it just like the original, but they're doing the Bollywood thing.
It is going to lose a little believability when they're talking about Arabia and all that while singing in the style of Bollywood while all the Bollywood shit's going
Well,
on.
I think it loses all believability when you have a giant Will Smith that's blue, fucking granting wishes, and then there's a giant fucking bird at one point, and a magic carpet, and all this dumb shit. But yeah, I guess.
Also, let's also just address that Jafar basically instead of sounding intimidating, basically sounds like he's going to sell you essential oils or some shit like that.
Yeah, Jafar's not working for me. I will say this because I mean, I'm sure in the movie he'll be fine, but in these trailers, every time he talks, he has like that smarmy, like he doesn't even sound like a bad. You know what he reminds me of? He reminds me of
He
the bad
sounds
guy
like a
from.
salesman.
Yeah, sure, but he reminds me of the villain from Venom. Like he's just like every time I saw him in the trailer, I'm just like, am I supposed to be scared of this guy? Like he's like some 28-year-old like soothsayer motherfucker. Like I'm not scared of him.
I will say I think
He talks like he's afraid of offending someone.
Yeah.
I will say I think
Go
this
ahead,
trailer-
Aladdin. Go in.
This trailer definitely is a lot more
It's a lot
relieving
better.
than anything. Like I was like, it's a
That
lot.
last 30
better than what I was
seconds.
expecting.
Yeah, it looks a lot better. But that last 30 seconds when they're ramping up, I'm like, that's the feelings I wanted to feel from the last thing that came out, the sneak peek, and then the first trailer. 'Cause the first trailer was alright. I mean, it's a teaser.
They stumbled hard out with this movie though, which they probably shouldn't have.
because they haven't really shown too much of it. I mean, it comes out in 2 months, and I was wondering when we were actually going to get a real look at it. And then this trailer came out of nowhere, just like the Endgame one. They didn't really hype either of those up. They're just like, it's here, fuck it, just throw it out.
Right.
You know? But yeah, this one, I don't know. If you like Aladdin and you wanted to see a live action version of Aladdin, then I mean, this is probably the closest you can get to Aladdin. I know the genie himself looks kind of weird. I don't even mind Will Smith. I like Will Smith.
And it just looks like Will Smith.
Yeah, but I like that it's not. He's not trying to do Robin Williams.
Yeah, no, it's his
he's
own
not
thing.
at
Trying
all.
to do his own thing.
And then, I like that little secret where you can see the musical number for "You Never Had a Friend Like Me." I like that.
What was
Yeah,
the
I
wait,
think, yeah, it looks
me
like the musical numbers will be pretty good.
Yeah, you
What were
don't
the
rile me
songs?
up. You ain't never had a friend like me.
what were the songs they removed again?
No, that's for Lion King. Supposedly they removed
Oh, right.
Be Prepared, which that pisses me off because that's
Yeah.
my favorite fucking song in the entire movie.
What they removed another.
Supposedly.
Which is sad because that's also the one everyone seems to forget, even though it's the best one.
Yeah, that's probably my favorite villain song from Disney. But that was a big rumor though. That might not actually be the case. They might put Be Prepared in there.
I imagine
Anyway.
because they got some bad backlash about that.
Yeah, Aladdin has like
You can't fuck with the classics. I feel
yeah,
like you
Lion
can't.
King. I know everybody thinks Lion King has like the best songs. I do think it has like top.
You need to step back.
Top 3, sure. Yeah, it's like no, get closer. Top 3. But I love all the songs from Aladdin, like every single one of them. There's there's none that fumble at all. And they're all classics. I think Aladdin's probably my favorite Disney film, period. So hopefully I don't fuck it up. But I wasn't really looking forward to it too much when they first announced it, especially when they announced Will Smith. I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
Disney just wants all the money this summer.
Because I feel like they should have got someone like smaller, you know what I mean? Like, because people are gonna go see it anyway. Like, who gives a shit who's gonna be Genie? As long as you get somebody that's talented, right? Because nobody
and compared to like the rest of the cast, he really stands out like way too much.
Yeah, he does. Because everybody else is like newcomers or people that haven't been around too much. Like the girl that plays Jasmine, she was in Lemonade Mouth, and she was in the Power. She was in Power. She was in Power Rangers.
The only other big name is what's his name that they announced is playing?
Iago, Alan Tudyk. Yeah, and nobody will recognize his voice. He played the robot in
They're all singing their own songs, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's them singing. Because I mean, she was in Lemonade Mouth. I'm assuming she sung in that, right?
Yeah.
Of course you would know. But you were in it. You starred in it.
Yep.
For everybody that wants to see Adrian's one starring role,
my directorial debut.
Yeah,
right?
directorial. Where he wrote it, he catered it, he did the cinematography, he wrote all the songs too.
Catered it.
Yeah,
I can't talk about Lemonade Mouth because they made money off that movie.
Yeah, that's true. I'll talk about it though. Lemonade Mouth, go watch it. It's his starring role. Tell us if you could see him in it.
Yeah, a couple times.
That'd be surprising if you can.
You can't. There's a few shots on you could clearly see me in, but
hey, what's the other movie you were in?
Fright Night, the remake.
Fright Night, there you go.
Which I couldn't find myself in, but I told two of my friends, like, that I never met, like, two of my online friends, like, hey, I'm in that movie. And then, like, a week later, like, is this you? They took they paused it on, like, whatever was on, and, like, you see a blur in the background. Holy shit, that is me! How did you see the... I couldn't even find me there.
Did you have a beanie on?
No, they're specific. They're super strict about what you can have, like, especially doing extra stuff.
Okay.
Like, they still do, like, your hair and everything, too.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Yeah, so that's cool. So, and that's coming out soon, right?
Aladdin, yeah, in 2 months. Not soon.
You know what else is coming out? You know what else is coming out soon? It doesn't have a lot coming out about it. Annabelle Creation.
Oh, fuck. Oh, no.
Throw that in there.
About that.
Tell us about that trailer, Gore. How'd you like it?
Well, okay, to be fair...
No. Give me a complete trailer talk, Gore. I want to hear your...
All right, well... the trailer starts off.
Try not to spoil anything, please.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm sorry. Spoiler-free review. All right. So the trailer opens up, and there's it looks like a projector. I think.
Okay. What happens next?
And then the title.
Okay.
Then the. Well.
And then cuts out.
well, I don't want to spoil anything else, but let me just tell you. That movie comes out in 3 months, and they show it quite a bit.
So, this was egregious for even like a Twitter ad.
Yeah, like I got some shit for that because I talked about that, and they also had for a video game, No Man's Sky. They had a.
Well, can I interrupt you really quick?
Yeah, sure.
You said you had 3 things that happened too. Was there something else?
No, there wasn't. I was hoping there'd be a third one to complete the trilogy of useless videos that I watched today.
Yeah, you know what though? That happens to you in twos.
I know.
To you with Battlefield and Bohemian Rhapsody.
It happened with me with Watch Dogs 2. Yeah, it happened with Bohemian Rhapsody. But Watch Dogs 2, I remember they had the announcement that was coming out. I was like, all right, let me watch this. And it's literally a guy on his phone doing this. Like, moving his thumb around. And that was it. I was like, what the fuck is that? That's how you announce your game?
I think if I could pull it up, I would. But your No Man's Sky reaction was great because it was just like, All right, okay, cool. We're zooming out of the light, and then you see red. You're like, that's it, huh? God damn it!
You also had that with the last Pokemon Direct.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
like, oh, it's a new game. Oh no,
You
it's
knew
just
that
this
was gonna
shit.
happen, though.
Well, I knew that was gonna happen, but I wasn't.
No, then they announced the fucking 3DS port, and he's just like, I
Oh,
got
you mean
3
that
hours
one?
to
Yeah,
sleep
yeah,
for
yeah.
this.
He's talking about that one. Okay.
Oh, the first time we
The
did
first
that.
one, yeah. That one that
yeah.
really sucked.
That was also 7 minutes long. Like, I don't know.
I woke up though really early.
Yeah, he's just,
It was like
he's
8
just
o'clock my
constant-
time.
He's like, I got 3 hours to
I
sleep
don't-
for this shit.
Yeah, I don't wake up for fucking shit. All right.
But yeah, so yeah, you got some shit for that, but that's egregious. Like, that's not even like
Yeah.
a Twitter clip.
Right. And the No Man's Sky one was, I get why, because you could read blog posts about it, even though I did, and all they said was like, look forward to later. Like, all
I
right.
didn't say anything about it either.
Why even make a fucking video? Like, I mean, you might as well just make a blog post at that point.
They gotta make they should have made that like a small teaser, but like actually like advertise it as short teaser.
Yeah.
That's pretty egregious. But let's never mind that, because even like No Man's Sky kind of showed you the hanger.
Yeah.
Fucking Annabelle Creation was
Showed
I don't even
nothing.
know what I'm looking at.
It was a GIF. That's pretty much what they showed us. It was a GIF.
Really?
With the fucking stupid Annabelle theme, which I guess they think is creepy. It's like, sounds like, like one of those baby toys or whatever. I'm like, okay, Annabelle is the most worthless fucking character in any horror anything ever. She sits there, does nothing, and then a demon shows up. That's literally every Annabelle.
Hold on. Well, wait on that, because we have the other Conjuring movie coming out soon.
Oh, the Curse of Lulu, wherever.
Yeah.
They're first. Yeah, did you hear about that, Adrian? It's going to be a Conjuring movie now.
Yeah,
I've always heard there were ties to it.
Well, they were. It was produced by the people.
They said
that,
officially it's a spinoff.
yeah, which
Yeah,
is
and that-
is that offensive? By the way. No, I'm legit
Well,
asking.
they
'Cause-
officially retitled it, right?
no, it's still called the Curse of Lulu.
No, it's still that.
In Mexico, it might be called the Weeping Woman, but in here, it's still called the Curse of Lala. That's
I've
how
seen
everybody's
no advertising that called it the Weeping Woman.
It's a better title.
It's all
'cause at
been
least- at least they can pronounce
Okay,
it.
I could have sworn they
Maybe in Mexico.
Hold on. Yeah,
Maybe
no, because hold up.
It might be in Mexico. They might have switched the name in Mexico.
If you want to talk about it for a minute, give me a second just to look this up. But keep talking.
Maybe the Weeping Woman's like the rip-off version.
Keep talking.
Anyway,
It's the Chinese knockoff.
it's a Chinese. It's the Asylum version. Where's the
Yeah,
Asylum?
no.
See
So
them.
the trailer that came out last month, it says the Curse of the Weeping Woman.
That just might have been what they put up, but in all
Was
the
that
other
the international
advertisements,
trailer?
Hold up.
all been-
That was the international trailer, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I figured. That makes
Yeah.
sense because they don't want to offend people, even though it still isn't offensive because they're putting it into like that's like if they took I don't know, like I don't know, give me like a realistic figure and put them in like the Avengers or some shit, like Jesus. They put Jesus in Avengers, that'd be sick. But like, isn't it just
You're
weird?
talking
'Cause it's
like
a real.
putting folklore. That's
Yeah.
that's
well,
that's
okay, maybe I
important
should
to
say
culture.
Jesus then
Yeah.
for folklore.
Right. Yeah. That's why that's why I jump into that one.
I'm with you on that, Chris.
But is it folklore? Is it
Yeah.
really? Yeah, I thought the
So-
Weeping Woman was real. Scary chickens or whatever.
In Mexican culture, a lot of this stuff, like if you ask a lot of people, like especially like around here, they all have their own stories about this. And Chris
Right.
and I were talking about this, but and they are, I don't know, it feels like it feels kind of phoned in, which it feels exactly like Slender Man, honestly. Like it feels
Yeah.
like they're cashing in on
But
something
at
that they
least
see is
That's basically what all the reviews have been saying.
But that's the thing.
Right,
a
well-
folk tale is like something that's been. I'm assuming the Weeping Woman's been around for a long time, right? It's not
yeah,
like
no,
it's not like some internet meme, right? Like
no, it's a
Slender-
long
no,
thing.
no, that's old.
Yeah, I
I
know
think
that.
like I want to say at least 200 years old. It's a very old story.
Yeah, it sounds like it's old.
I'm getting vibes from a lot of that where it's like, oh, it's kind of a phoned in idea, and it's not even going to be like, because Slender Man wasn't even a Slender Man movie. It was hey, we needed a figure to put this to like base this scary movie around.
Yeah,
which
they just changed everything about Slender Man.
Right.
Like
And
he
that-
turns people into trees. I'm like, what the fuck? Like what?
Well, there's actually some tree lore in that, but
Is there?
that's beside the
I
point.
never
Yeah, there
heard
is.
that.
Yeah, there's some of that, but that's beside
There
the
is
point.
now,
Like,
I guess.
So it was so far off, but this is what this feels like to me, where it's like it's not, and they're gonna have like loose premises where it's gonna be like obviously the same kind of like reason why behind all that stuff happens, but
Right.
It feel and I'm gonna like reserve judgment still because I'll probably watch it because I'm sure it's gonna fucking sell out here for sure.
Yeah, I'm sure it's gonna do well.
but,
Put the
yeah.
Conjuring name on there, and fuck it.
Yeah,
That's what I think
Conjuring.
it's doing. It feels like they're just phoning it in with that. But what I will say is, so the Conjuring one came out when?
2013,
Conjuring 2?
16.
Annabelle came in between them, right? Or
Yeah, that was
Annabelle
14, I think.
So it's been progressively year, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
It
15, I don't think there was
basically
anything, but. Yeah.
So it's pretty much what Saw was, what Paranormal Activity was, which is a Conjuring now.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, it's weird because if they get James Wan, usually it's good, but they only got James Wan for the first two Conjuring movies. Annabelle 1, Annabelle 2, The Nun.
He's basically distanced himself from this.
Yeah, I mean, he still
series.
produces
I feel like he
them.
back.
Yeah, I mean, he still produces them. I'm sure he'll do Conjuring 3. I think he already said. I don't know, actually. You should look that up. But
Which is
he
smart.
said
He
it's
says
being
he
worked
wants
on.
to, but he's also picking up a lot of projects, so it might be a while.
He freaking just did
I
Aquaman,
think
so.
it's smart to attach yourself to the mainline franchise. That
Yeah,
way,
Conjuring is a good series. Like Conjuring.
he said he confirmed plot details, so it looks like he will be doing that.
Yeah, because The Conjuring's good. I do not like the first Annabelle. I really do not like The Nun. Second Annabelle was fine. It was serviceable.
it was alright.
Do we see this kind of falling into not Final Destination, Paranormal Activity, where it just starts weaning down because there's like way too many of them?
I don't know, because they keep doing something different. I mean, they don't really, but they keep calling them something different. You know what I mean? It's not like Paranormal Activity 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You know, it's like The Nun. Ooh, Scary Nun. Oh,
the marked one.
the marked ones. Yeah, there you go. That was the only
I don't
spin-off.
know.
They had spin-offs.
Well, Ghost Dimension was actually a sequel, technically. That was the last one. But Marked
I
Ones
don't
was a
see it
spin-off.
dying down because I see them using this, and honestly, I think it might have been what happened with La Llorona is that it's going to be whenever they have a horror movie that's that similar style that they don't think is going to do as well, they're going to do the same thing as Cloverfield and just make it part of Conjuring.
Yeah, that's actually why I keep.
And that's what I think happened with this. So
Yeah,
I don't think it's going to die down. Not because they're going to continue making movies for it, but they're going to keep bringing movies into it.
There's actually a couple reviews that have said this is very much like Cloverfield Paradox, where it really does feel like they just added Conjuring shit in there just to tie it in. Like this is like after the movie was already done, it was finished. They were like, let's add like a couple.
Yeah,
scenes.
the test audiences didn't like it, and they're like, all right, we'll do this, and
or even they just wanted more money. It might not,
It's
they might
hard to,
Huh?
because they make these for such low budgets, and their return is always
massive. The Nun would cost like I think $14, and I think it made like $300
So
million some shit.
I'm on here right now. It's production budget was $22 million. The worldwide was $365 million.
Yeah, which is fucking nuts. 'Cause that movie sucked, and that movie was not good. That was probably the worst one, to be honest.
I actually like personally protested that movie because I always got so upset because every time I was watching,
Yeah, I know. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, because the trailer, like you could tell they cranked up the audio to like 12, and it was all for that one stupid jump scare they have, the most obvious jump scare on the fucking planet.
When she turns around and Nun with no face. And,
and you see the camera pan this way, it's like, I wonder what's going to be this way.
Right when she says something, she's going to get attacked. Oh, she did.
And
you know what pissed me off about the first trailer, though? Is it says in the beginning, you should look at this trailer because it really annoyed me. It says in the beginning, it says, watch until the end or some shit. Like it has it had some big reveal.
And then like everyone watched, and it just the screen went black, and then the video ended. And everyone's like, "What the fuck was the end? The end was nothing."
I think they just wanted people to.
That's hilarious.
Around for the whole trailer.
That's the funniest thing I've ever heard.
They wanted people to stay with the trailer the entire time to get as much, because you get more money if you do that, I guess. Also, I think they were trying to make it seem like it was way scarier and be like, don't click off the video, watch the whole thing. Like they were trying to like make you like tougher, like don't be a bitch.
That's actually hilarious because
don't be a bitch, watch the whole trailer.
That's funny too.
Yeah, that video. I know that trailer, like that first day got a shit ton of dislikes on YouTube just because of them doing that.
And also the trailer sucked
Whatever.
too.
All
right.
So anyway, there's that.
Also, one other thing, just before we go back to whatever we were talking about before, one other thing I want to say is I hate and now it's starting to expand to like stuff like Brightburn and stuff. I hate like the jump scares that The Conjuring has started, where it's whatever it is will either appear on screen or be just off screen, and everything basically pauses for a moment. And then whatever jump scare just flies across the screen real quick, and I'm sick of seeing that because now it's like every horror movie is starting to do that. Yeah. And basically every time it's not like the first time with the first Conjuring and the second one, at times it was scary. But now it's like anytime you see a camera in a horror movie set up a certain way, you already know that's coming.
I
now
think
it's starting to hit the point where it's getting kind of cheesy.
My favorite scares are when like you see someone in a hallway, but they just walk really funny to you.
Right.
Yeah. I like when things just walk really creepy at you. It's like in the dark. It's like, oh.
The Prodigy actually had a pretty good jump scare like that.
Not all jump scares are bad, but there's obvious spoiled. I hate when you rely on them.
Yeah, but that's a good running one. I mean, it's like with the Nun, where like the Nun comes flying in from off screen, or like with the Brightburn trailer, where the kid just flies off screen. I hate.
Yeah, well, that one was okay for Brightburn because it doesn't waste your time. I hate. Like, even the second Annabelle movie does this, where it's just like, it fucking builds up this dumbass jump scare. And I can already tell the Curse of will do this, because in the trailer...
they showed it in the trailer.
Yeah,
it happens a couple times.
Like, she's like outside the children's door, she looks back, and you can see the weeping woman in there, and she screams. I can already tell, I can already envision the scene. She's going to walk around in the dark, she hears like something fall or something. She looks over there, she checks the kids, she leaves. She goes over there. 5 minutes later, jump scare. Like, it's just building up to a generic dumbass jump scare. By the way, nice color.
That's why I love Insidious more than like the first Insidious more than first Conjuring. Is the first Insidious? It had jump scares, but there was also a lot of times where there was an obvious scare coming, but they built up a lot of tension to whatever scare, so it actually felt scary.
Right.
And The Conjuring that whole series just goes heavy on jump scares, and after a while, it desensitizes you.
Yeah.
So now that we talked about Animal Creation more than Aladdin and Good Boys combined,
well, we talked about Weeping Woman too.
No, we talked.
I know. I'm just fucking around. Let's talk Endgame.
Endgame. All right. I'm writing down.
So this is definitely, I think, for sure the last trailer we have before the release of the movie.
Yeah, we'll get TV spots, but
I think we'll get one. Well, definitely one more, because you know they're going to do a trailer for when they announce ticket sales.
I think they'll do a TV spot.
They do just a teaser, but they're going to release something for that.
They might do a final trailer. We'll see. But if they were smart, they would not do another one, because this one was like, I mean, I know Kyle, you don't like these movies, but this one was like, you gotta admit, did you watch this trailer? What are you looking around?
Yeah, I did.
You gotta admit that they did a good job of not showing too much of the movie.
Yes, but, I respect that, and that's the same thing with the Frozen 2 trailer I found. It was like tells me like jack shit, just gives me a bottom plate like idea.
Yeah, it gives you the best visuals you see in an animated movie ever.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
yeah, technically yes.
I get to see a wet woman.
I like the.
All right.
What? I'm a simple man.
By itself, I did actually like the Endgame trailer as a trailer, because I thought it did a good job of mystery, like not knowing what's going to happen.
Yeah, because I don't know what the fuck.
Not entirely like trying to sell you on it. Just kind of like exists.
It knows it already sold you. That's why.
Yeah, it doesn't need to sell you.
Exactly, but I'm glad that they did that, because this is the first time I think where they did that, where it's like it's Avengers Endgame. It's gonna be the biggest fucking thing ever. We know that. Which
is smart, because they could totally not and just get away with it still. But
yeah, exactly.
They can just show a logo.
I think they're getting a lot of praise, which I hope they're taking to mind, and that's why they're not gonna do another trailer.
Imagine this ends up being like. Imagine this ends up being like Iron Man 3, where it's like the trailers were like really dark and like, oh man, it's gonna be hype. This villain, he's awesome, and then the movie comes out, it's like
a lot more cheery and happy and
Thanos comes out, he's drunk.
That's why I'm glad they end every one of these kind of like on like a little jokier kind of funny matter, you know.
Yeah, this one didn't really, did it?
Well, they had the Thor.
Was that a joke though? I like this one. I thought it was more like
and then he looks at the camera and laughs.
It's just like I guess I didn't laugh though.
He looks at the camera, gives a goofy ass Thor smile.
I get that. That was supposed to be more like a uplifting moment, I guess, more like because everything else is so dour. It's just like they're showing you in the beginning everybody's dying and they're all, I get you. But Ant-Man was like that was supposed to be funny, straight up. It was like, hey man, it's Ant-Man, I got big, right?
I was
Ant-Man.
I was a little thrown off by the start of the trailer basically being a mirror of fucking Schindler's List.
Yeah, that's so weird. Everything's black and white and you just see the red.
Right, except for red. I was like, all right, we're going a little too dark here.
Yeah.
So they've been doing that before, but
they did that with the
heroes that passed.
Yeah.
So now they're doing the heroes that are here.
Every time I see it, it's a little disarming.
Yeah. But I will say is that I've heard
I
a couple people that were like, "Yeah, I think the trailer still spoiled too much," because there are a couple things that you're like, "Oh, I wish I didn't know that." But what I will say,
they're like, oh, well, they said, oh, it won't be longer than 20 minutes into the movie.
Well, no.
See them walking in their quantum suits. I'm like, yeah, this is definitely longer than 20 minutes into the movie.
Kevin Feige came out and said that most of it is out of the 20 minutes. It's gonna be definitely some parts.
I can see some, like Captain America. That part is definitely not.
Oh no, there's definitely some parts that aren't.
But like Ant-Man, I can see that Ant-Man part where he's like flipping over the pencil. That could be him just escaping from the quantum realm in the beginning. Like,
no, because that scene reflects.
It looks like the Captain America scene. I will say that, but
it looks like Avengers HQ attack or something like that.
Yeah, it could be that.
What I was gonna say is that people are saying that this trailer is still kind of spoiling some stuff because you do see Nebula and Stark.
Oh, you see Tony Stark,
Which
and you see
first off,
that's still annoying.
First off, of course it's gonna happen. Like there's no way that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, but you could say that. But these two trailers have been building that up. Like, oh, is Tony gonna get home?
But my second
and then
point
the second trailer at the end just says, he does. Fuck it.
Whatever. But second point is that we had that giant misleading shot that was the best shot of the Infinity War trailer of all them running out. Yeah. I'm like, I wouldn't put it past them to like, because that shot they showed there was edited out of the Super Bowl one where you saw those two edited out.
Yeah.
So there's already stuff edited out that it does not belong. So I'm sure they're aware of that, and I wouldn't.
There was the one theory. One theory that I saw that I really liked that I was hoping was true is that we keep seeing Tony and Nebula stuck on the ship, and everyone's like, one theory I liked is what if that's not at the beginning of Endgame, but that's at the very end?
Oh, I guess so.
I was like, all right,
he got off easily. I don't know why those two.
And then they show this. I'm like, all right, well, there goes any interesting storyline.
I don't know why those two are together at the end. I don't know. Maybe they hooked up, but and then he felt remorse, so he's just like, let me leave a message to my other girl. I feel kind of bad.
It was my fiance of however many years.
He likes the color blue.
I think it's a great trailer. I love that they've earned it too. They made half their trailer previous footage before, which is like perfect. That's the smartest way to get about a full length trailer when not showing a lot of stuff.
Now, Kyle, you're gonna hate this, but this movie's gonna be like 3 hours long.
Yeah.
You like Blade Runner, or whatever.
Look at him, he's just like, fuck it. Blade Runner 1's like 3 hours long. Blade Runner 1's like 2 hours long.
Oh, yeah, the new one.
The second one's like
the last one in the series forever.
Yeah. Well, no, the anime. Yeah. There's an anime coming. There is an anime for Blade Runner coming.
That was a great trailer though, and there's some shots in there.
What are you shaking your head, Kyle? You lucky you get anything else from Blade Runner. You didn't support that movie enough.
I saw it twice.
I saw it twice too.
Enough.
Exactly.
How about the 4K?
Both times.
Good for you.
So did I.
Speaking of supporting stuff, are we going to support Doom Annihilation?
No.
Wait, hold on. Let me write that. I'm writing timestamps so I can get the posters.
Oh yeah,
so
brother.
I need to fucking scroll through this dumbass podcast and figure out where we talk about everything. All right, so let's talk about this piece of shit movie. All right. Who likes Doom in here?
Hell yeah, dude.
All right.
Doom's good? All right. Well, sorry. This shit ain't Doom.
Yeah, this shit's gonna kill any hopes we ever will have of having another Doom movie.
Well, this is the thing. Like, I don't understand why it's so fucking hard to give a giant dude a big ass shotgun and kill some fucking demons. That's literally it. Fucking get some big dude, put him in a suit, never show his fucking face.
Just remake the one with the Rock because now he's just bigger.
Yeah, now and put a suit on him though. He doesn't even need to show his face.
But we're talking about a plot line that's like even more simplified than fucking John Wick, like the first John Wick movie.
Yeah, there's no plot.
Like you don't even
You can
need to
put a
write
plot.
any words for him. You just give him a gun and let him shoot for 2 hours.
Here's what could happen. There we go. Everybody, the aspiring filmmakers that want to make a Doom movie, this is what you do. Okay, you got a guy. He's a space marine. He's big. Fucking hell on Mars immediately. Kill some demons. That's all you fucking need to do. Give him a shotgun too. And like halfway through the movie, BFG. You gotta show it. You
can't do it. You can't do it in the first half though.
Super
Not
shotgun.
allowed.
Yeah, not first half. You have to build up to it. You could do the super chainsaw. You can show that. That's fine.
Is that confirmed? That's the BFG in the trailer.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, it's not confirmed, but that's what.
Well, not confirmed.
That's pretty much what it looks like. That's pretty much what it looks like in the older games, though. I believe.
I've never seen.
It looks so fake.
I've never seen someone more offended at a trailer than.
Dude, it looks fucking terrible. It really does.
Because when what's her name, when that one actress let it slip, everyone got like real excited for it. No one knew when she let it slip that it was going to be a fucking straight to DVD shit.
Yeah, it looked like straight to Hulu.
A full feature length. And then when the first thing in the description says our straight to home video or straight to DVD fucking studio, everyone's just like, all right, we're fucked.
But this is the question. Why is it even going to straight to DVD? It should go straight to like fucking Crackle or some shit. Like those Dead Rising movies. They made those Dead Rising ones. Anybody remember those pieces of shit?
Yeah, I
remember. They made two. They made two. I guess someone liked the first one because they fucking made a second one and it sucked hard. So I don't know. They should just put it on Crackle. Like obviously the first Dead Rising one did well enough to warrant a sequel.
I'm surprised they're even doing it though, because like I feel like that
the new Doom
franchise
game's most likely coming out this year. So I don't.
Well, what I'm saying is I feel like that franchise is starting to come on the come up. Like it doesn't deserve a straight to like.
I know.
Granted, like Halo's done stuff like that, but Halo's straight DVD stuff was also pretty high quality.
Yeah, some of it, the anime stuff is good.
And stuff, right?
Yeah, and even the live action one
was
way better. That live action one, what was it called?
Or Unto Dawn?
No, not that one. That one was good too, but that was Machinima series. The other one, what was the one?
Rising something?
No, it was like Night something. Fall. It was a Nightfall. Is that called?
Nightfall was. I don't know. I want to say Nightfall.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Nightfall.
Yeah, like Nightfall.
Yeah.
Even that was high quality. They had good special effects for a straight to DVD thing. Like this looks horrible.
I've never
like,
actually seen those either.
Dude, you saw the demon in this? Like I'm assuming it was supposed to be a Hell Knight. I don't fucking know. It looked all messed up. It was like a rubber face.
They're like trying to say like they're not even clear about the plot because they're like, oh, it's a veritable hell on Mars. I'm like, is it because it's hell on Mars or is this just we going with the fucking alien shit storyline that you went with last time that failed horribly?
Oh, it wasn't even alien. It was fucking. It was they mutated. It might as well have just been zombies. Like they mutated people. Yeah. Which is the stupidest shit because they mutated people into what the Doom creatures look like, the demons. But it didn't make any sense because like one of them turned into a Pinky, which is the dog-like one. In the original, he's not a dog, but in the new one, he's more of a dog. Then you had the Hell Knight. You didn't have a fucking cyber demon though. That sucked. But
no, it was basically just Hell. It was basically just Hell Knight, Pinky, and Infected. That was it.
Yeah, yeah. So and then at the end, I guess the Rock turned into I don't know. I remember he turned into the Rock.
He was just his own goddamn shit.
I remember at the end he fights Carl Urban. He goes Supper 5, motherfucker, and then he starts fighting. I'm like, this is a Doom movie. This is terrible.
No, I remember.
I liked it though.
Think like how many. Yeah, he's like, I got one clip, and Rock just gives like a badass look as he goes, I've got one round, and immediately fires and misses.
Yeah, got one round. When Carl Urban just jumps out of the way. I will say, I mean,
out of the way. It's like, oh well.
When it comes to video game adaptations, that movie didn't do a good job, but there is that like 5-minute sequence where it does turn into Doom, where you see it from a
no matter what, it's hard to top how good, especially for like then, how good that first person sequence looks.
Yeah, and that's what I've been saying this for years. I want the guy that did
Hardcore Henry.
Yes, thank you.
Henry.
Get the Hardcore Henry guy to make a fucking Doom movie. It doesn't even need to be a full length movie. I'll take a fucking 45-minute one. I'll take a 20-second one at this point. Fuck.
If he did like a fucking something for Hulu or something.
Yeah, I mean he's not gonna do it.
Still be fucking.
He ain't gonna do it because the Hardcore Henry didn't really do well, and nobody really remembers it. But I do. We do, I guess. Even though Adrian is.
Yeah.
I love
watched,
that movie. So.
I watched halfway through it on like super late on a New Year's once,
Oh,
but
okay.
we were like all super tired, so we're not gonna watch the rest of this and like be in a bad mood. So
Okay.
I have it. I still have it on Blu-ray, so I'm gonna watch it eventually.
Okay. That was it.
Blu-ray.
That's fine. But so if you're gonna do a Doom movie, you need to do it like that. Silent protagonist, just like in Hardcore Henry. Because he's silent. Can
you imagine if it was a first-person Doom movie?
That would be so awesome. It needs to be.
Use of your hand.
Hell, it'd be amazing.
Yeah, he does. In the Doom 2016 game, dude, when he gets pissed and he's just like he's trying to figure out how to like shut things down, he just rips the motherfucker in half. Like, there you go. That you already built up the character right there. He doesn't take fucking shit. And he doesn't care. Like, there you go. That's all I need from Doom guy.
Yeah, and then like in the game, even though it's first person, he doesn't say a word. They still found a way to make him super expressive.
Yeah.
Like when Sam's telling him not to
all the
destroy
time.
the last conduit, or the energy's useless forever. You just see him like slowly pet it, then make a fist with one finger each, and then just punch it once and break it. Just like you see you can tell just how fucking happy he is to ruin that shit.
Yeah, even in the Doom Eternal gameplay, you see him like grab the dude with the key card around his neck and stuff, and just like drag him to the freaking thing to scan it. It's like, it's brilliant, and I hate that this new movie looks like it's just gonna be a generic shit. It looked like Resident Evil, actually, the first movie, where it's just like everybody in a base and there's zombies and shit, and there's guns. And I don't care if it's a female protagonist. I don't give a fuck as long as it feels like Doom, and nothing about it. It's 30 seconds long. I get it, but it's nothing about it felt like Doom. It looks like shit. It's gonna suck. Fuck it. There you go.
All right, moving on.
There you go.
Yeah, I know.
So that was the trailer talks. So news.
News.
Do you want to do James Gunn or South by Southwest first?
James Gunn.
Let's bang it out.
So our boy's back.
South by Southwest.
Yeah, South by Southwest.
Our boy, it came back. No, James. Gunn.
So James Gunn is now reinstated, which is like, it's hilarious, but it's also a little surprising, but also not too, because I'm sure part of the reason, there's a couple parts of the reason. I'm sure there's more to it. First off, him being on DC, I'm sure Marvel immediately. I'm sure Disney didn't realize, oh shit, that's actually a possibility that's happened. And of course, why are we gonna let our biggest competitor in the superhero franchise start to go on the come up now? Right, which that was a bad move. And second, I have a feeling that no one else in Hollywood was taking this job for Guardians 3.
Yeah, Taika Waititi didn't want to do it, and who else? There was somebody else that
said
no.
The report came out. They never even met with any other directors.
Well, I think Taika put on his Twitter that he people wanted him to do it. Like, you should do it. He was just like, I couldn't.
Yeah, he wasn't interested. But he
wouldn't do that to James. I think
they didn't try and meet with anyone, and it was like he was actually rehired. James Gunn was actually rehired a few months ago. But they waited until now to make the announcement. So I think it was their plan was to fire him and then wait until everything died down and then rehire him. And then Warner Brothers just threw a giant wrench in that.
People say that. I disagree super with that, because one, they postponed Guardians 3 now behind, and that's they definitely didn't want to do that. And that puts a giant wrench in a lot of their plans. And yeah, two, you wouldn't do that and throw James Gunn out there, because I'm sure even though Disney pulled they pulled the trigger way too fast on this, I'm sure that they were also realizing that, hey, we're gonna lose James Gunn to something. They're not that dumb. I'm sure they would have realized, hey, James Gunn's gonna get picked up by someone. So I don't buy that they just got rid of them and just hire him back. I don't buy that whatsoever.
Yeah, and plus, I think they fired him back in July last year, didn't they?
Yeah.
It was like a week, not even a week after when that.
I think it was July. I'm pretty sure. I looked it up.
It was around Comic-Con, because he didn't show up to that Comic-Con panel. Remember?
Yeah.
It was when they were going to announce Brightburn, and that pissed off Sony, because that pushed back all their marketing a few months for that.
Which is good. I don't know why they would. But I don't know why they would announce Brightburn that fucking early. It would have been like almost a year before the movie came out.
Right.
Damn.
But that was it. But
yeah,
I'm glad he's back though. even though I'm not like the biggest Guardians fan, he has that franchise. Like that's a James Gunn franchise.
Yeah, of all the directors before Taika Waititi, obviously, I felt like he had the most like of his style put into the movie. I mean, there was
his handprint on there.
Yeah, but I mean, Guardians of the Galaxy doesn't have tons and tons of grotesque violence like most of his movies, but it has that humor and has that kind of weird charm to it. Like Slither, I love that movie. Super, I love that movie. I've never saw Romeo and Juliet. I've seen parts of it.
It's a good one.
Yeah, I know it's supposed to be. I've seen parts of it. I've seen like all the really fucked up parts.
It's a trauma movie.
Oh yeah. But I like. I even like some of his produced stuff. Like I know a lot of people didn't care for it, but I enjoyed Belko Experiment.
Lollipop Chainsaw.
Lollipop Chainsaw.
No,
Yeah.
I
forgot he directed that.
Belko Experiment was like one of the biggest disappointments for me.
Yeah, I enjoyed it still. I mean, it was not great, but I wasn't expecting it. I wasn't expecting
it. Wasn't great, but it was still entertaining.
They half-assed that so hard though.
I don't know.
Because they had
sure, but they're not gonna have 100 people die or however many in the span of 90 minutes.
You know what I'm talking about though. Where like
they blew all their heads off. I get it. Like in a span of, I get it, but that makes sense. I mean, you're really not gonna see that. Like, I don't know.
If it makes sense and doesn't make it for a good movie, don't make it.
But there was plenty of grotesque moments. Like the guy trying to rip the tracker out of his head. I was like, oh.
What did I hear that? I heard it was Battle Royale meets The Office, and I was super excited
that's
for
pretty
it.
much what it was.
Yeah.
But it fucking fell flat so hard for me.
Well, Battle Royale didn't show every single person.
No, I know, but it just there was something about it. It just felt lazy.
Oh.
It felt really lazy to me.
I don't know, it didn't have a huge budget either, so I guess
it's probably just cheap.
It was cheap. I think it only cost like $3 million to make. So
$3.50.
$3.50.
Wow.
Well, they used that $3.50. Well, if that movie came out now, it would be a straight to Netflix movie. Though I will say that. Even with James Gunn producing, it probably would.
Probably even better too. Like I think
it would be the exact same movie, but it's because
then I would not have purchased
it. Why change a masterpiece like that? Why'd you buy it? Period. If you didn't like it.
Because I was like super invested in that idea.
Well, then go watch Mayhem. It's the same exact.
I bought Mayhem, so I'm waiting on that.
What do you mean waiting on it? Go watch it now. It's been out for like 2 years.
I'm on an A24
Play Apex Legends. There you go. Make your own story. There you go. Pretend you're like in a story. Like, oh, I need to go feed my kids or some shit. I have to go see my kids.
Yeah, pretend you're in a story. All right, let's land on that ship again.
All right. Yeah, I have to get on the ship to see my children. It's always about the children. That's the number one motive for the main character of anything.
Anyone else have anything to say about James Gunn?
He's a cute boy. Good for him. I mean, I do find it funny though. I have to admit, I do
the
find
mouse gave up, man. The mouse.
He makes all these really fucked up jokes and stuff because they were fucked up, and not only that, but they were really not funny. And he gets fired from his. His biggest gripe. Yeah, that's my biggest gripe, to be fair. But because it takes a lot to offend me. But not only that, he gets fired from his main job. And then he gets hired to the rival studio, and then he comes back. So he gets 2 jobs now.
Oh, yeah, when someone meant to bring him down.
Yeah, 2!
That's the thing. It's, Warner Brothers jumped on it, so they gave him a big contract for Suicide Squad. And then when that happened, Disney panicked, so they rehired him for Guardians with a much bigger contract than he had before. And since Suicide Squad's going to come out before Guardians, Warner Brothers is going to sign him on for more movies before Marvel has a chance to think about it.
Yeah.
No, I think the thing is once he's done with Suicide Squad 2, he's back on Marvel.
He said he's gonna only start filming Guardians after he's done with Suicide Squad.
Right.
Which I don't think filming starts even until like a few months into the year right now. So I don't think it starts filming.
It's like 2021 that he's gonna start that.
No, I'm talking about Suicide Squad.
No, I know. I'm saying for Guardians.
Suicide Squad's supposed to start in like 3 or 4 months, I think.
Yeah, later this year, because they're still doing was that Birds of Prey or which I don't give a shit about, but which is the Harley Quinn movie, pretty much.
But that is the funny thing is that people try to bring him down and end his career, and they ended up making him the first director to work both sides of the biggest franchise right now.
He's turned into fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi in A New Hope. They they
He's
struck him down.
actually-
He's just more powerful than they could have possibly imagined.
he turned into dust, came back much stronger.
That's true. 'Cause, yeah, he is the first director now to be on both sides of that coin, where these are the biggest like movies right now,
Yeah,
and he's on both of them.
it's like
so,
it
hey.
was like an opposite Thanos. If you think
Oh,
about it.
well, no. Joss Whedon.
What about him? What do you do?
He directed Justice League and,
Oh, yeah,
Avengers.
he pretty much directed Justice League, I guess.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but that was well. We'll see how Suicide Squad 2
He
performs.
still has the credit for that, so just
Yeah, technically, yeah.
Yeah, but not nearly as much as like an active role in it though.
Yeah, it's like Ron Howard didn't.
And also
direct most of
Justice
Solo.
League isn't the type of movie I'd brag about part of.
Yeah, I only
Yeah,
brag
you
about
got
it.
you got hired in to fix it. I wouldn't.
I only
wouldn't
brag
put
about
that-
it if you get rid of everybody else and just keep Wonder Woman. Then I'd brag about it. 'Cause-
Okay, so then South by Southwest. Let's talk about this.
all right.
This is all you guys.
All right. So much start because I'm gonna write the timestamps down. I'm gonna write the timestamps down. So you know what
Why
that
is
voice is,
anyone
Adrian?
talking?
You know that voice, Adrian?
No,
Mega
it sounds
64?
familiar.
Mega 64. What's his name? Yeah, whatever. We'll talk about it later.
South by Southwest.
Anyway, I had my phone ready and everything. All right, so, well, we talked about one movie that premiered at South by Southwest, Good
Endgame.
Boys. Yeah, Endgame. It sucked. It sucked. It was only an hour and a half long. Thanos farted. It was the worst.
And Thanos snapped and half the movie went away.
He Thanos snapped and then doubled James Gunn's directing roles. But hold on, I had the article up. Metacritic.
What do you want to talk about South by Southwest while
Here
you're
it
doing
is.
that?
Well, Good Boys was the movie I was talking about before.
All right, Kyle, good talk.
Kyle's like, my
What?
face is turning purple.
What do you want?
Hey, calm down, Thanos.
Green and blue and everything.
Yeah. I like.
What do you want me to talk about?
Well, was there anything at South by Southwest that caught your eye after hearing, like, some of the reviews or whatever?
The only thing about South by Southwest that I was going to talk about was I saw a movie that premiered there, like, officially.
Pet Cemetery.
All right, so then
You
we'll
saw
keep
Pet
that.
Cemetery.
Yeah.
Yes. So, Pet Cemetery, it premiered at
You want to talk
South
about
by
that now,
Southwest.
or do you want to talk about that at the what we watched part?
Well, I watched it a while ago, so I might as well just say it now.
Alright.
Right?
Yeah, go ahead. Because we'll
Yeah,
be talking
so
about it again
here-
when it comes out. So.
Premiered at South by Southwest yesterday?
Yeah,
2
I think
days
so.
ago?
Yeah, I think it was
2
yesterday.
days.
Yeah, well, the reviews started coming out today, but I think it aired yesterday.
It was, it was yesterday, but it was like really late, like 8, 9 o'clock at night. It was like late at night when it premiered.
It was yesterday, but yesterday was Thursday.
Yeah, that's true. Is that a reference to something? What the
It's only your favorite song, but all right.
Oh, no, that's not
Yeah,
how lyric
so-
goes.
Back in
Fucking
December.
talk about dumbass Pet Cemetery. Jesus.
Back in December, I saw Pet Cemetery at a early screening, or like a preview, like test audience screening, and it's good. It's a good remake. I think that it doesn't compete with It in terms of like how my thoughts are. The It remake, which is was a really good movie, and it like completely just like made the original just like not like worth watching anymore.
No.
Like it was that much of an improvement. That's how I feel. I don't
mean,
like.
to be fair, the original really isn't worth watching in the first place.
No, it's worth watching a compilation of Tim Curry.
Well,
That's about it.
Yeah, of Tim Curry. That's it.
Yeah,
Everything
'cause
else
that's
is
it.
That movie has some bad acting. Like the kid actors are actually pretty good in that, but when the original, but the adult actors are fucking terrible.
That movie's so boring. That
Yeah,
movie.
it's like 4 hours long. It was a miniseries.
That movie, the original, did spawn one of my favorite gifs ever, which is them driving by as Tim Curry's on the side of the road waving his Pennywise, and it just cuts to Mr. Bean in his car flipping him off.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But I think Pet Cemetery, the '80s one, I think that was a good like schlocky.
Yeah, it was schlocky. It was
adaptation.
fun. It had some good.
This one was good. The second one, whoa.
Yeah,
And honestly, the remake is probably like just on par with the original.
Okay.
And it doesn't really change a whole lot from the original. Like, it hits most of the same beats, has lots of the same scenes that you probably remember, but does it well, and I think it's a good story. So
I heard
it's one of the better remakes.
I heard the girl was really good. The young actress, right? That's what
Yeah,
every review has said.
Yeah.
She's great.
The dad is also really good.
Yeah, that's Jason Clarke.
Oh yeah, Jason Clarke is.
I really like Jason Clarke.
At everything he does.
Yeah, he was in our favorite movie this year, Serenity. He was the asshole. Like, my favorite part of the movie when he went,
Yeah.
No spoilers for a movie everybody forgot about already.
In fact, the only thing I'd say is not as good as the original is the old guy.
Oh really? Judd Crandall, is that his name? Judge.
Yeah, I think in the original.
Judge Crandall.
Judd Crandall.
The original, there was something really off about the old guy. I forgot.
Yeah, it was played by what's his name from the Munsters too. So.
Yeah, there's just something really just fucking off about it, and I think that added to the creepiness factor. Whereas the new one, he's kind of more just like a nice, pleasant guy who just so happened to stumble on to something really fucked up.
Well, I'm pretty sure it was also he had like a mild stroke or something before Pet Sematary.
The new one.
The original.
I forgot.
So it is actually creepy.
Yeah, so it's not. It's like it's the Sylvester Stallone type creepy. It's not creepy because he's a creepy old guy. He's creepy because his brain made him creepy.
Now here's a question, Kyle. You might not remember. In the trailer, he says the ground is bad.
Yes.
In the original, though, he says the ground is sour. Does he say the ground is sour? The ground is sour.
I'm pretty sure he says the ground is bad.
Oh, that's fucked.
Fuck
that. No, they ruined it. Not seeing it.
Okay.
No, 0.
All right.
It's fuck. Now, actually, one question though. They spoil in the second trailer. They straight up spoil who dies. Was that a big deal in the movie? Did that really feel like something you don't want to spoil?
Does it involve? Should I just say it since it's in the trailer?
It's in the trailer. I don't know. Adrian, do you not want to hear? I don't know if you watched the last.
I didn't watch the trailer.
Okay, well you might have to see it anyway if you go watch Us this weekend. So I'm sure they'll be in front.
I've actually not been paying attention to trailers while I've been in movies. Lately.
Okay. Yeah, it's the big death scene.
Truck.
Yeah, it's a truck. Yeah.
Yes, that's a
spoilers. People die in a horror movie.
That is the key moment of that movie. Yes.
Okay, so they spoiled the shit out of that in the second trailer. I mean, I already knew. I didn't know it was going to be that character, but I already knew because I saw the original. That's where it's going. But
I heard about it because right after that first trailer, he did it. What the director did an interview and said explained why he did it.
Yeah, I don't.
Why he did the change, which I was like, all right, I kind of wish he didn't say that, but listening to what he said and now hearing the reviews, I'm actually kind of happy he did it because hearing the reviews, it sounds like he did a good job with changing it, and it makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, no, I'm okay with the change. I don't care really, but it's the trailer spoiling it is the problem. I mean, it's cool that they would like to subvert your expectations. Like, oh, you think it's gonna be this, except it's that. But then they show you in the fucking trailer who it actually is. So, I mean, the trailer's been out for over a month at this point. So,
yeah. Also, just question, Kyle. At the end of the movie, when one of the kids dies, right before the kid dies, does he just look at the parent and go, "No fair," as he walks away?
No,
that was silly. I heard this one is definitely more serious.
Yeah,
because the original, I mean, it's still serious, but it's it's really campy.
It has its goof. The last 15 minutes get pretty goofy, especially when the fucking sun turns into a demon spawn and flies out of the ceiling.
Yeah, there's still intense stuff in the end of the remake, but it is definitely more serious.
I also heard it's really which I'm really surprised that it's really fucking gory.
Yeah.
I don't know my penchant for gore, how to rate it, but there's a decent amount of it. It didn't really stick out that much. It felt.
Well, I mean, in the original, the only real gore there was
the patient guy, which I'm sure he was.
No, well, there was his, but there was that, but it wasn't too much gore as much as the shock factor. The actual gore was the old guy was the neighbor's death.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, yeah. I mean, it was. I mean, he got. Yeah, I guess. I mean, it wasn't really that violent.
Because his was he got cut in the ankle.
Yeah, then get
stabbed.
his
And then
throat
his throat was slit. That was pretty brutal.
And
There
then
is
the kid
more
starts eating his
gore.
leg.
For back then too.
I'm assuming most of that stuff's not happening in this one because that's fucking stupid.
There
So-
is more gore in the new one, of course, but
yeah.
it's nothing like it's not fucking brain dead or something like that.
No. Is it more like the It remake when it comes to violence? Because I mean, that wasn't like a bloodbath. I mean, there was one part where it turned into a bloodbath, but
No, I'd say.
Well, and also to be fair, they already said the second
one has
one coming up. There's one scene that has more blood than any Hollywood movie ever.
I think that just means it's gonna be like a blood river or some shit. It's gonna be something stupid. Watch it. I already.
I think I know what it is, but I'm not gonna say anything.
No, it's not as gory as the new It.
Okay.
The new It is, from my recollection, a lot more blood.
Yeah, it was pretty violent. I mean, it wasn't crazy like over the top, but it was.
No, but yeah.
All
Except
right.
for Georgie.
Yeah, that was. I mean, even that was just like you don't really see too much. You just see. I mean, yeah, he's missing an arm, but you don't really see anything, which is I mean, you don't see like squirting blood or anything. Like if that shit was made in the '80s, I'd be like, oh, it's everywhere, getting on his face. Like, oh my god, this is so violent.
The theater reaction during it when I saw
Yeah,
it
that was pretty fucking intense.
Like
that movie doesn't fuck around.
We're just fucking.
Oh, you like this cute kid? Fuck him.
It was the loudest. The best way I can describe my theater when that happened was it was probably one of the loudest silences I have ever been a part of.
Oh, wow.
No, the loudest silence I was in was Hereditary.
There was a lot of people like, oh.
Yeah, I had a lot of people in Hereditary go, what the fuck? The last 15 minutes, they were fucking freaked out in my theater.
The second time I went to see it was a lot of people reacting like that. The first time I went to see it was like the very first showing. Just everyone in my audience just went silent because they just.
Well, that's
didn't
where
know
all the
how to
old people
react.
go to. They're only scared of dying, so. They don't
They're
care.
scared of they're scared that they might die before the movie ends.
At that point, they're all praying for it. At that point,
They're like, please God, don't let me die before this movie
shit
ends.
myself.
Oh shit, my pants. Yeah, too scared they might shit their depends. But
They're so
if you're
afraid
old,
they
I
shit their
apologize.
diapers, they shit their diapers.
Yeah. But anyway, that was a South by Southwest movie. I guess it was good to talk about that because that's the only one we've actually he's seen. We haven't seen it, but
it's good. You guys are gonna like it.
yeah, I mean it's been getting great reviews. So
Yeah, it's fun.
Stephen King adaptations are knocking it out of the fucking park. I mean, Dark Tower. Besides that, 1911 was great. Gerald's Game was great. It was great. This is supposedly great. Wasn't there something else? Wasn't there like a TV show?
Dark Tower.
They did another.
Oh, The Mist. I didn't hear that was good. Yeah.
It started off good, but it kind of faded. But then now they also have. I think it's what is it? The Stand is getting a TV show now.
And later this year they have the semi-sequel to The Shining, Doctor Sleep. So
Yeah.
They have the
that might be
prequel phone booth.
hell yeah, that's my favorite. That's where he gets to shinning.
Shannon.
All right. What else is South by Southwest?
Good Boys is what the movie I was talking about before, not Endgame. Before you interrupted, but it is Good Boys. They showed it. It's getting okay reviews, and most people are saying it's about as crazy.
Right?
Huh?
Us was there.
Yeah, Us showed. That
Us
got fucking
premiered like a
shit
week
ton of
ago.
great reviews.
Yeah, Us premiered about a week ago, but it was at South by Southwest.
Yeah, but the South by Southwest was like where they lifted the review ban.
Yeah, and it's been getting really great reviews, so I'm excited. This Friday, baby.
Do you think he's getting nominated again?
I don't know. This one doesn't seem like it's gonna be like Get Out, where it had like the whole like.
Well, let me put it like this: with how everything's looking,
Yeah.
I think he's getting nominated. I don't know right now if it'll be for an Oscar or an Emmy, because I think with the Twilight Zone, with how that's shaping up, he might have a chance of getting an Emmy for
It
that.
looks so good.
Yeah, it does look really good. That's April 1st.
So I think he has a good chance of getting nominated for something. It's for what? Who knows?
I suggest we all watch The Twilight Zone and talk about it every week on the
Yeah.
podcast. I mean, it's a TV show, but I think we could
No, I'm there with you.
and talk about each episode. It'll give us something to talk
That's
about.
fine. I was thinking about doing more TV stuff, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I think TV.
We
don't
branded
need it.
ourselves. We branded ourselves pretty.
Well, it's not another movie podcast, so fuck you.
You're right. It's TV.
Exactly.
There you go. Suck my dick.
Well, I mean, we'll be doing the same thing with when Game of Thrones starts.
Yeah.
So.
No, that's gonna be its own video, though.
Yeah, that might be its own video series. Yeah.
They're gonna do video.
Because that's what we used to do
separately.
before when Game of Thrones was on.
Well,
but I think Twilight Zone should be the thing. Yeah, the Twilight Zone should be the thing we do on this.
Which, if you're listening and you're into Game of Thrones, we'll be doing that.
Yeah, it'll be self-contained too, so that makes sense. Each episode will be its own story. So
what's that debuting on?
CBS All Access.
Access. Yeah, their streaming service.
You could just watch it online somewhere. Just look.
How about
look it up.
We share an account?
Oh, okay, I'm not buying it.
Anyone in here?
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, good luck with that.
What?
Kyle,
how much is CBS All Access?
Just add that $10 thing a month for CBS All Access to the computer budget.
Just make Gore a bet in the Overwatch League.
Yeah, and then you'll have. Well, you might as well just buy it now. So.
So, really quick.
I think it's.
Are we when we upload the Game of Thrones reactions? Are those going up that same night?
Yeah. That would just be raw.
Yeah. So if you're listening to this now, when we watch Game of Thrones, we literally discuss like the second after it ends, and we post it up right away. So we'll have those reactions up. I just that Sunday night.
Yeah.
Anyway,
that'll be like midnight, but.
Well,
South by Southwest.
As fresh as it possibly can be.
That's about it, dude.
Yeah, Us, Good Boys. No, there was a couple. What We Do in the Shadows, the TV show, premiered there too.
Yeah, that got a lot of great reviews, which I'm happy for.
That Long Shot movie, which we were going to talk about the trailer, but we cut it. That premiered there. It's been getting great reviews. So
we'll talk about that next week.
Yeah,
Highwayman. I saw that premiered there. That wasn't as good as I hoped.
Yo, my girl Olivia Wilde directed a movie that premiered there called Booksmart.
Yeah. I
heard about
It's been getting great reviews.
It has the friend from Lady Bird.
I follow her on Twitter, so I heard about it.
Oh, that's why Kyle loves it. You said
her only follower.
There's the Lady Bird reference of the day.
I like Olivia Wilde. So that's about it. Everything else, I mean, there's a lot of other stuff, of course, but I would suggest everybody.
That's all the big stuff.
I suggest everybody watching this to go look it up yourself. Go on Metacritic. They did a good little best to worst of the show or the festival.
So cool. So that's all done. So what about box office? What are we looking at box office?
That's all done. Thank God. Fucking don't talk about movies.
I have a lot of homework I still got to tackle right now. So.
Oh, that's your fault. You
should have been watching Overwatch League all day.
I have 3 monitors. I've been doing all 3 of them.
3 monitors? What the fuck?
Yeah, man.
Can't have enough, I guess.
I thought 2 was good enough.
I thought 1 was good enough.
I thought 1 was good enough.
Your life changes when you have 2 monitors, man.
Your life changes.
Your life changes.
That's hilarious, considering you can't use either of them because your computer's fucked. So.
Got me there.
little behind the scenes there. His computer's fucked.
I had to buy a $350 CPU today.
All right, good. You have to buy the rest of it though.
I bought the rest too. That's all good. Just need the CPU.
You just need to build it.
Let's do the box office.
I am.
I'm not, need to build it and avoid making any Snapchat compilations involving your computer.
All right. So let's talk about box office. All right. So we'll do the top
Captain
10.
Marvel #1. All right.
Yeah, of course. But all right, we'll do the top 10 because there's nothing really interesting out of the top 10. Unless you really give a shit. Unless you really give a shit about Isn't It Romantic being number 11.
I do.
No.
Oh, you do? Well, it's number 11. There you go. All right, number 10 is Green Book. That's still in there because even though it's out on Blu-ray and everywhere.
Come on, Best Picture, man. Come on.
Winner of Best Picture. Sandwiched in between Isn't It Romantic and Alita Battle Angel. So.
That's sad, dude. That movie bombed.
What, Alita Battle Angel?
Yeah.
It didn't bomb, but
it didn't.
It did good.
It didn't make enough, but it definitely wasn't a bomb.
It was dude. Before that movie came out, I thought that was gonna be like the biggest fucking bomb ever. Like I thought it would do fine in China, but I thought it would do like fucking like less than half of what it did in America. It made like $1 million this weekend. I mean, it's been out
like honestly
for 4 weeks,
or
what 5 weeks.
Its opening weekend is basically what I thought it might do its whole run.
Yeah, so it's been
so
out
like
for
after
5 weeks.
after that opening weekend, I was like, all right, you know what, good enough.
I mean, it's close to 400 million right now. It costs 170, but you have to remember a lot of that money came from foreign, so you have to take almost like a 60-70% cut off of that because they don't get a lot of that money back.
They'll make 400 before it's out, but they really to really turn a decent profit, and they needed to cross 500, so they're not going to reach.
Well,
that.
They said 450 to 500, so. I don't know if it's gonna make 450, but it'll definitely get over 400. It'll be over 400. We'll see. I don't know. I could see them thinking this has potential.
There's a possibility of them doing a sequel, but they'd have to really tone down the marketing because that's what killed them on this.
I mean, they just need to fucking do an anime series. Like they had one, like 2-episode thing, and that was it. And like besides that, like everything else has been just the manga and. I think there was a video game in Japan, but that's it. Like considering it's like one of the most popular mangas, like in Japan, it was like one of the most critically like praised ones. Like you'd think there would be more, but there isn't. But anyway, it's number 9. It has 81 million in America, so that's way more than I thought it was gonna do. I thought it was gonna do like 40. That's it. But because there was no hype for that movie. Every time the trailer would show, everybody was like, "What the fuck is wrong with her eyes?" That's about it.
I thought the trailer.
And then they pushed it back.
I don't think it looked trash
2-3 times. That didn't help.
I think the trailers looked exactly what it was supposed to be, which is. Like
I remember first watching that trailer. I remember I asked you, like, "Is that supposed to be like some garbage ass movie?" You're like, "No, it's supposed to be a good movie." I was like, "Oh."
I never said that.
Like,
I said I said it looked good. I didn't say it was supposed to be a good movie.
Be a good movie.
I said no. I told you I said it looked good. I said it looked really good. I didn't say it's supposed to be a good movie though. Like I called up Jim Cameron and he said, "Fucking yeah, man, that's great."
Jim Cameron.
Cameron.
Jim's short for James.
Jim Crow.
Jim Crow. I called up Jim Crow. Okay. Jim Gunn. Yeah, that's Jim is short for James. So fuck. All right.
Jim.
I don't know why, but it is. Anyway,
all right. What else?
It should be Jam, actually, right? Next James person, I'm gonna call him Jam. That's his short name.
Jam.
Jam. All right. Number 8, The Lego Movie 2. I read an article today that said at this point in time, the first movie did double of what this movie did. So the first movie got like the $215 million. This one, at the same amount of time as the first one, only got to $101 million. So that I don't think we'll be seeing a third one. We won't be seeing the third part, that's for sure. And I know Kyle's not upset about that. He didn't like it. He fucking hated it. So
first one's such a better movie.
It is a better movie. I'm not gonna lie. The first one was like one of my favorite movies of that year. But no one will be upset when that doesn't get nominated for animated movie this time. So unless everything else sucks this year. But How to Train Your Dragon was great. So number 7, Captive State. Did anybody know about this movie ahead of time? I did.
I saw the trailer for it and it looked terrible, but it looked great.
It looked like it could have been a good Netflix movie. I don't know why it was fucking in theaters. Like, it looked like a Netflix movie. Like, just, like, modestly budgeted sci-fi movie. Maybe probably like $15 million it cost. It had, like, good ideas, I guess. The aliens looked
directed
unique.
by the guy who did Rise of the Planet Apes.
Rise of the Planet Apes, yeah. And The Gambler. But, he did. It bombed hard. $3.1 million, and it came out in like 2,500 theaters. Nobody saw that fucking movie. More people saw. All right, I'm gonna try to say this fucking movie. No, what the fuck? No Mancha's Frida 2? The fuck is that?
No Mancha's Frida 2, dude. That's the hype shit.
It was high. It only came out in 400 theaters, and it did better than Captive State.
Dude, those Bollywood movies.
I think it's a Mexican movie. Okay, I'm pretty sure it's a Mexican movie.
Wait! God damn it! I don't even like that. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say it anyway.
Sure.
What if the whole reason the Aladdin live action looks the way it does is just they're trying to bring over all the fans of T-Series?
What the fuck is T-Series?
Could be.
That's the YouTube channel.
The
It's
YouTube
from
channel
it's an Indian
going
music
against
channel.
PewDiePie. It's
Oh,
an Indian
okay.
Bollywood studio.
Okay, yeah, I remember
Yeah.
hearing about that. I want to see what it's a. Okay, it's not telling me what fucking country it's from. It's definitely a foreign movie.
Yeah.
It's a
Google
no,
Translate. See what pops up.
it's a. Well, first of all, it is a. It's a Mexican movie. Okay, I think yeah. It's a remake of a German movie though, which is funny. All right,
Hell yeah, dude.
and it's popular in America
The
because it did.
Mexican movie that's the remake of a German movie. What the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's. I'm pretty sure it doesn't say on fucking Wikipedia though.
Sounds good to me.
But it's.
man.
I'm assuming so. It has Mexican actors. So, all right.
Weird as hell.
Yeah, and the first one did okay here, so I guess the second one people were excited. All right. Well, it did better than Captive
Roma
State.
2, boys.
It did better than a movie starring John Goodman and Vera Farmiga. So I don't know. I mean, they're
I
not
don't know who the second guy is, but yeah.
Vera Farmiga.
Yeah, who?
It's a woman. She was in the Conjuring movies. She was the woman in the Conjuring. Come on,
Yeah,
she was in Bates Motel.
Shit, Bates.
Fucking idiot. All right, I have to go back to box
John
office.
Gunn was in Monsters Inc., dude. Come on.
Yeah, and he was in 10 Cloverfield Lane. Everyone's favorite.
Huge hit.
It was actually. It was a pretty big hit.
I
Number 5 of course. Oh, my girl. She's back for the last time. A Medea family funeral. It's not her
Fuck.
funeral.
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
Sadly.
It's not her funeral.
That's
Well,
good shit right there, man.
I've heard most of the movie isn't a funeral. So I heard most of it's just
Of
Tyler
course it
Perry.
fucking is. Have you seen any recent Medea
Yeah.
movie?
Oh yeah, I saw the one when she's in jail. I watched
Yeah,
that with you. I
that
think.
barely. She's barely. It's like 20%, if that is her in jail.
Medea
making
goes
the
to
fun
Guantanamo
jokes.
Bay or fuck.
Yeah,
Harold and Kumar and Medea go to Guantanamo Bay.
that's fucking funny.
But yeah, I don't remember. Oh, wasn't there one with Larry the Cable Guy?
Yes, the Christmas
The
one.
Christmas one. Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
We watched that on a stream, Gordon.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I don't remember it, but yeah, I'm sure it was nothing to do with Christmas. Just Tyler Perry has like 4 different fucking characters.
It was set in
Riffing.
Christmas, and there's a scene where she went shopping
Oh,
for
okay.
Christmas.
Oh, okay.
So it's Christmas, you know.
Oh, of course. Number 4 is How to Train Your Dragon 3, which is actually trailing the first 2 movies. Even though it opened bigger than the other 2, it's trailing it. I mean, that's mainly because of Captain Marvel and fucking Wonder Park came out this week. Who gives a shit?
Wonder Park.
Wonder
Fuck
Park.
yeah,
Fine.
dude.
I'm just happy that movie's out, so I don't need to see that fucking trailer anymore. Because that movie.
That was the you saw it a lot of times. I'm trying to think. I don't know why. The first time I saw the trailer for it was in front of The Prodigy.
That's weird.
Huh.
I saw it in front of Alita Battle Angel. I saw that movie 3 times. So I saw. Yeah, I liked it. What can I say? I saw it all 3 times in IMAX though. So, what else did I see in front of? I saw it in front of Aquaman. I remember that because it was an IMAX too.
Oh.
Every time I see an IMAX movie, for some reason, Wonder Park, like that's like the big one. Whatever. Anyway, that's number 2, and let's talk about number 3. Well, actually, How to Train Your Dragon 3. It's doing fine. I mean, considering it's the last one, it doesn't really matter at this point if they're not going to do it anymore. But it's doing good, considering it took like 5 years to make this one. I mean, I don't know. Big time jump, just like the Lego movie, except this one's not really bombing.
Yeah,
so.
but they had to do like a TV series in
Yeah, they did
between
too.
and all that.
But the Lego is just a thing, so you'd think that even if it's been 5 years, like everybody knows what fucking Lego is. Like things you step on if you're a fucking parent, and a thing you play with if you're a dumbass kid. So or a grown up too, I guess. I like Legos. I'm dumb, but yeah.
Yeah, you though.
I still got like 3 tubs of them upstairs in my office.
Yeah, I still have some of mine too. How to Train Your Dragon. You watched all 3 of the movies, right, Adrian?
Yeah, I was gonna talk about that in what we watched.
Okay. All right. Well, fuck it then. Number 3, 5 Feet Apart. That new movie about I don't know what it is
YA
actually.
movie.
Two lovers and they have like some disease or something. I don't remember.
They have
I
some-
never
they
saw
have
the
some
trailer.
hot sex, dude.
Oh, do they?
I don't fucking know.
Oh hell yeah. I've never saw the trailer, so I can't. I'm actually surprised I never saw the trailer for this one because it looks like one that would probably get every movie. But I don't know. I heard it was okay. I guess it did all right. 13 million. Did anybody see the trailer
Reminds
for
me
this
of
movie?
Every Day. The movie came out last year.
But every day was like some
Wait,
supernatural.
trailer for what movie?
5 Feet Apart.
I heard about it, but
I heard about it too,
like
man.
when I heard about the premise, I'm like, yeah, this is no.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's the same thing as what was that one really popular one? I keep
Fault
forgetting.
in Our Stars.
Yeah, there you go. It's
Yeah.
exactly the same, except it's a different disease. I think. I don't think it's what they have cancer. I think. Well, I didn't mean it like funny, but
Down syndrome?
it's really
No.
no. It's not Down syndrome. No, it was I forgot what it is.
No, this
I read
one's
it. I read
literally
the
a
premise.
disease where- yeah, they literally it's 5 feet apart because they're with their diseases. If they get closer than 5 feet apart, they die,
That's
which
a
is like really fucking weird.
4 feet 11 inches, they both fall down. Let me see. 5 feet apart. I want to see what the fucking disease is. Now I want to know. I could just look up. No, that would be harder. Let me just see. If it
While
says-
he's looking that up, number 2 is Wonder Park.
Yeah, we mentioned it earlier.
Oh, you said that. Earlier.
Cystic fibrosis. There you go.
Oh, why are we still talking about 5 feet apart?
Because that was number 3. I was talking about Wonder Park because I was talking about How to Train Your Dragon, how that's an animated movie, and that's probably why it cut into its business. Because Wonder
Yeah.
Park is also a cartoon for kids.
And then he said, "Oh, I'm just happy I can never." That's out because I never see the trailer.
Yeah,
again.
so I went on a
And
rant
then we
about that. Well, one
went
number
off a tangent.
1 or 2 is Wonder Park. I know Adrian wants to fucking get out of here so he could do his homework he should have did 2 days ago. But
Or a few hours ago. Instead
I
of just
actually. Oh, I have everything up. I also have a lot of what we watched too, though. That's why.
he's waiting. He's just like, he's my turn to talk. I want to talk about Green Dragon. Oh, Kyle just
what
died.
the fuck?
Okay, there. You interrupted
I
me.
wish it would just fall over. Kyle just falls over.
Ah!
All right. Well, yeah, he's falling over because number 1 is his favorite movie of the year, Captain Marvel.
Kyle came into my stream when I was streaming last week, and he was like, "Hey, do you think I like this movie?" I was like, "No." Under no circumstances, you like this movie.
Oh, you
No.
didn't. You did that. That was the day I was drunk, I think.
Yep.
If you were drunk, you might have liked it.
And I was like,
Marvel.
I was like, I don't know, maybe
That's
I'd
the
like
thing
it.
your
You don't
computer
know.
would kaput.
So, Kyle, we already talked about it. How did you like it?
Oh, here we go.
I loved it.
And why? Like, even
When the movie
even,
ended,
like,
he screamed
Marvel
at the
movie so
when the movie
fucking
ended,
good.
he screamed at the theater screen. Why?
Feminism.
Anyway, go
wanted to
ahead.
go eat. No, man, like, come on. It's like fucking Incredible Hulk tier, fucking Marvel.
Oh God, no.
No,
Yes,
fuck
God,
that.
yes. It's a generic fucking action superhero movie. There's nothing in that movie.
There's not a
you
lot
can
of action in it.
get
so.
any other Marvel, any of them.
My AC just turned on. Which is
Alright, good talk, Kyle.
yesterday it was hot as fuck, and today it's cold. That's why I'm wearing this, and I forgot to
Yeah.
turn off my AC.
Filter, subpar superhero movie, forgettable, forgot most of it. The only things I do remember are stuff that really annoyed me. So
What's the stuff that annoyed you?
Yeah.
the 90s shit, that was annoying.
It was kind of annoying, a little bit.
And guys, remember 9 Inch Nails? Remember Blockbuster? Remember fucking
The
Nirvana?
Blockbuster one was
Yeah,
cute.
I'll remember Nirvana, Captain Marvel. You don't need to remind us. Most of us have been in the 90s.
Do you remember Top Gun? That was 80s.
I like how offended you are that they played like about 10 seconds of a Nirvana
we're gonna
song
play
as the
No Doubt.
reference, and you're like that angry about it.
The My Girl or
Blockbuster.
whatever that Madonna song
That
is. I don't give a
song.
shit. That one was like a little like, come on.
No, I was gonna say is I
No,
think
it's Just a Girl by
Just a
No
Girl.
Doubt. Is that
Right.
what you're talking
Oh, what was the
about?
Madonna song then? It wasn't there a Madonna song in there? I don't know these fucking people.
no,
Someone mentioned there was a
you're,
Madonna song.
you're thinking of that one.
Mm.
No, I
there
think-
was. I don't remember where.
I think the only time I was when I was getting ham-fisted was the Nirvana song, because that just felt out of place. But I think like I said last time, I think they should have just incorporated more like, oh, this is happening in the plot, so this is why the song is playing. And that would be fine.
Yeah, I mean, it worked in Guardians of the Galaxy 1, the music.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
But
that's
it
the
worked
thing,
in a way that it was like the jail scene when they're all going in jail. They're playing that. It's a montage. You're seeing them going. So it was fine. It worked. It did, and it was a song that we haven't heard in a long time in a movie. So I was like, all right, cool. And this one, it's just like I don't know, like Nirvana. Like really, don't they still play Nirvana and shit? Like, isn't
Yes.
Like Nirvana's like I get really popular in the '90s, but I mean,
Yeah, they still play.
they
Yeah,
could
still
they
big.
could they could play something
Well,
else. Like, what's a forgotten song from the
it-
'90s? Like a forgotten one. They could have played that. Ice Ice
Yeah,
Baby. That's
Nirvana. It's mostly. I think it's Lithium, Heart Shaped Box, Smells Like Teen Spirit, and Come As You Are. Like the only 4 songs they ever
All
play.
apologies, dude.
was Ice Ice Baby '90s?
Yes. It was
Yeah.
Play that. That would have been great.
That's way more.
That'd be funny
anything else.
though. Because I'd be like, I remember that piece of
That's
shit
not
song.
funny. Every shitty kids movie plays that. They fucking played it during.
I know, but this
that's
is like a
shitty
shitty kids movie too. It's so now it's for girls. I'm not allowed in, by the way. They told me to stay out of the theater.
I like it.
Captain Marvel is like Chuck.
I
E.
like it
Cheese.
a lot.
You're gonna forget.
No, I liked it. I liked it a little bit. Actually, not a lot less, but I liked it less. I'll just say, like in the middle, than I did the first time I saw it.
I put it above movies like Black Panther.
That's ridiculous.
I would not.
The beginning of Captain Marvel was just straight up terrible.
No, I think there's definitely some pacing issues.
I like the intro is great. I mean,
I like the beginning.
well, I like the intro, just the Stan Lee thing, but that's not technically the movie. But I just want to say that I mean I was already on a high because of the intro.
I definitely put
Marvel
like right in the
Studios
middle
logo.
of my Marvel movies.
You know what? It's weird though because this movie I feel like they should have. The movie's just weird because it's like right before Endgame. It feels like it's not special at all though. Like
No, it's not.
like
Well,
Black Panther felt more special to me. Like it was just like,
I
oh,
don't-
all right.
Yeah,
It feels like a bigger thing. Like they have a way. Like the villain. There's like no villain in this one. Like Jude Law's barely the villain. Like,
I don't agree with that. I think if anything too, I think the Black Panther stuff was still very contained in the grand scheme of things. Like no one else knew what was going on, and
it was contained, but there was more to it. I feel like.
I don't know. I think you're just saying that because Michael B. Jordan was a fantastic villain. And that's
I think
fair.
they were both fantastic villains.
I think it was more. There was just a lot more fan hype going into Black Panther than there was for Captain Marvel.
I think that, and I think too is that
well, it was more
Infinity
interesting
War,
to watch.
but the stakes for the stakes that Infinity War put up, and now Endgame, it's so ramped up at this point that the same thing happened to Ant-Man and the Wasp. Is that the stakes of both these movies are not nearly where we're at with the Avengers right now. Once we're over Endgame, we can have a smaller threat.
Not every movie's gonna keep fucking ramping it up because that's unsustainable. I'll give them credit.
It doesn't have. No. I'm not saying
it makes sense for them to do.
No,
like
but
these-
we're in the middle of a two-part movie, basically.
we're in the middle of a two-part movie.
Yeah,
that's
but
literally
Ant-Man and
the
Wasp didn't
entire
ramp it up.
No, I'm not saying it's ramping it up.
I
I'm
know.
saying is that we're in the middle of two big movies that are like stakes where we lost like half the heroes and everything is fucked up in the world. Of course, like a prequel to what's happening right there, two prequels that are happening right there aren't going to be nearly as where we're at with Avengers right now. So it's like they're in this dumb position where it's like, oh well, people don't like the movies that much because they're not as like exciting. It's like, well, you're not going to get more exciting than someone fucking snapping and everyone's fucking dead. Like,
Yeah.
I don't, that's what I don't get. So you got to separate yourself from that because
No, I
we're
get
right
that.
in the
I'm not complaining that it wasn't as like
stakes heavy.
yeah stakes. I was just saying Black Panther felt more like
It
felt more like a great movie than Captain Marvel did. Captain Marvel just felt like it was like it's jokey. It had a lot of Thor stuff in there with her going to Earth and kind of like being funny, like she went to Radio Shack, she fell through a blockbuster. It was a lot of like fish out of water stuff. It was kind of similar to Wonder Woman too, but that worked here. It
That
didn't
movie
really.
was way better too.
Yeah, I think Wonder Woman.
I think
But
they
as far as
flipped.
these things go,
No,
Yeah,
I think it's flipped. I think
Wonder Woman was way better.
Wonder Woman's first half is a lot better than.
I think all of Wonder Woman's better, even the third act, because the third act here was.
the third act. was-
Alright.
There's a couple moments in the third act that are good, but a lot of that fucking flying around shit didn't work. Like I thought it was way too much, and also just her out of nowhere, like now I'm awesome, and she flies around destroying things. I felt no, like she just takes a thing off. And,
and that's
she ripped the Band-Aid off.
Like,
That's
I get the
better.
credit that she didn't earn that moment. And that's fine.
No, she didn't.
But I think it's just a matter of just where we're at with it. I think there's still a lot to introduce, and I think what was it that I read is that that she filmed all of her stuff for Endgame before Captain Marvel. So meaning that they had to be very strict with how they did stuff in Captain Marvel. So I give them some leeway for that too. Is that it's very hard to balance something after you're already in that, and you can't go over the top with that.
It actually makes me more worried about her in Endgame, because if she did Endgame and then she went to Captain Marvel, and she is I think she's good, but there's times where she's really bland. Like
I think
the second time of seeing it really made me see how bland she could be. Like when she's just like kind of not expressing emotion at times when she should. I think.
I see. Okay, so yeah,
she's a great actress. She's just I don't think she's
and I said in the last one that's my problem. Like I liked her. Like I said, I liked her in the room, but it's just my problem with her is just half the time, and it's not even a resting bitch face. It's just half the time her acting is just bland and boring.
See, I think that's what it is. I think it's so much more noticeable with a lot of women that when they have resting bitch face that look, they're not really emoting in anything.
Because
it's not that. It's what is with her? It's just
with her character.
She doesn't show emotion 90% of the time.
She doesn't even have
that's just how she acts.
Well, first off, and again, look,
fuck you, Adrian.
It wrote itself into a hole too, because the whole amnesia thing, I think it takes away from a lot of that.
Yeah,
I think to Brie Larson's credit, she can't do all this crazy stuff under a script that has her with amnesia.
I think she can emote though. Like
she's
still a human.
Emotion.
But she does at times though. So why does she do it at times and never do it again? Like she does with Sam Jackson whenever she's with.
The thing is with this movie is the only thing I don't defend. I think the
so,
script specifically for
is them going, learn to control your emotions, not repress all emotions all the time.
No, I think the issue with this is the script rather than Brie Larson. 100%.
Yeah, sure. I didn't say it was her problem. I said she's a great actress. I'm just saying her character.
I have no worry for Endgame whatsoever.
I also think the whole notion of just like her being the leader for the Avengers in the future, like her being the spotlight character, it could work. Again, I know what you're gonna say. I know you're gonna say Captain America didn't feel it, which is bullshit because Captain America felt like a leader in Captain America.
I think a lot of the same issues with Captain Marvel happened in Captain America.
I don't think so at all because he's a way more defined character.
It's the same character. It's like it's all good. Nothing's wrong with them. Tell me one negative thing about Captain America in the first Avenger.
In the first Avenger,
one negative thing about his character.
Negative thing about his character. He's shitty. That's one thing. He sucks. No, he just sucks.
He jumps on a grenade.
Physically, he sucks.
No, they've addressed
that's not what I'm saying. That's not character.
Adrian.
He's just a good guy.
They've addressed it multiple times. He's even got to it with Tony, where he's a soldier.
And also, he
looks for battle. He gets it. That's how he is.
He wants to protect people. That's his whole thing with it. The only time his flaws came into effect Winter Soldier was Winter Soldier when it became this. Now he doesn't know who to trust and which side of this he's on.
How about the women?
He was a perfect character. There was nothing wrong with him. Physical, of course, he had to fucking get up there, but all he wanted to do was protect and save everyone. There was nothing negative about Captain America.
He kissed a woman at that one point. He kissed what's her name from Game of Thrones. Yes, shut up.
You're right.
Yeah, and then Peggy Carter saw that and she was pissed.
Well, what are you saying?
But he accepted it though.
Captain America, the first one came out 8 years ago. You'd think they have developed their characters better than.
Well, and that's what I'm saying is the script is where the issue is at. That's all
I know. I'm not saying it isn't, but the script is still an issue.
Larson, I'm saying that they didn't allow her to give her any fucking character at all, which they did not.
But you guys are attacking it like I don't know if she's gonna do this far. Like I don't think she's gonna be good in this part. I don't know, but where she's gonna be.
Yeah, because there's a script here.
That's where I'm at.
They're gonna.
But that's where I'm at. I'm telling you now. Is that these other issues where it's like, I don't know if she's emoting, I don't know how she can do an Endgame, I don't know if she's going to be a good leader going up. I'm like, it's the script. It's totally the script.
I get that, but we only have this movie to...
Yeah, but this is what we have to go on, is this script. Is what we have to go on for that.
If you told me at the beginning of this, when I was first watching Thor 1, that I'm going to like fucking Thor the most going into fucking Infinity War, I said, you're goddamn crazy.
Well, but he had a whole movie to turn that around, though.
All it took was one good script and one good director to flip that all around.
Sure, one movie, but he also had exactly. He had multiple movies, so Marvel could have the same thing. Multiple movies where she's not that likable.
Marvel could be something later on, but
I'm not saying. I think Brie Larson. I was gonna say Olsen. Brie Larson, because for a solid year, I've been calling her that as a joke, and now it's backfired. I have the video.
Dude, Thor 1 and Thor 2 are actual ass.
No,
I personally am not a big fan of
Thor
some
2
of
is
the Iron Man
ass. I
movies.
wouldn't say Thor
I
1
think
is
the
ass.
fact that they
The-
get progressively
the
more
first one
and we
isn't
get more
that
characters
bad,
going
it's
forward. And
Yeah.
I still, like I said, I'm not a big fan of Black Panther either.
You
Well,
were
I
last
I think
year.
a lot. I think the problem with a lot of Marvel going forward is that intro movies are going to be harder and harder to do because it's weird. How do you integrate this character into this already living world? And you got to kind of make like exceptions for how they're going to go forward. But for that, I'd say strictly, and and I could be totally wrong. Sure, I think in my eyes, I think 100% this is the script. I think there's a lot of choppy moments. I think the amnesia was a bad move. I think how the editing was in the beginning was a bad move. I think going back and forth that was very jarring and that made no sense. And I think just how they're making this an excuse of, hey, here's where she is. She's gonna go somewhere else. She'll come back later. I think there's just a lot of things they had to work around to put her in this that just made it really jarring and does not make sense. And I get that, but I think I think there's still a lot of character in there that I liked. I still enjoyed the movie, and I think even so, like the moments with her and her best friend, I think are stellar. I love those moments. I think
Those 2 moments.
I think going forward, like I liked having I liked having a good. It felt very much again. This is why I keep saying parallelism. It felt like a Bucky thing with me. It's like it felt like these two best friends, and then there's all these memories they have going forward. Here's the pictures, and here's how we saved all this stuff. I thought that was cool.
Yeah, I just don't. I don't see that working. See, that's the thing. I just don't see them actually focusing on that in the future, though. Like, I don't.
Yeah.
Like, I have a feeling Endgame will be like, oh, they got dusted. That's why she's gonna, really. I mean, she's gonna fight for everybody anyway. But I think that's gonna be another reason why like maybe one of them gets dusted. I don't know. But I didn't immediately buy that relationship because like it's like an hour into the movie, and she shows up, and it's like there's comedy. And then it goes into like this really like, oh, you were my best friend, which it worked. That part, if you take that part out of the movie and put it up as like a, I don't know, like a clip on YouTube, it's good. But then immediately after that, like the freaking shape.
This weird.
Yeah, I am agreeing about the script.
Right, and I'm saying it's because like the part where they're like, they're kind of ham-fisting it up, where they're like, oh, we're the only females in here, we got to stick together. It's like, I get that.
Show these boys how we do it.
That's where I'm at. That's why I'm defending this so hard. I think the script was sloppy.
I think Wonder Woman did a great job, though, of, like, putting a woman in a man's thing and not making it about, like, it's a woman. You know what I mean? Like, they even called it, I mean, I know it's a real thing, but the No Man's Land sequence, No Man's Land was a real thing during World War I, right? I'm pretty sure it was. Yeah. So, but even just putting her in something called No Man's Land, you'd think would be like cringy, like, oh, okay, because she's a woman, but it's not. It works extremely well. And here, whenever she says like,
they handled it the right way.
I still think about that cockpit line. How much I hate it. I really hate that so much. Like, it's called cockpit, right? It's like such a bro thing to say to someone.
Bro.
Like. That guy looked like a bro too.
I understand it because there was a lot of that actually going on in the military at that time. But they were too direct about it.
Yeah, I would be okay if you just showed the scene where they're all laughing at her while she's climbing up the road. That's all right.
I think that was more egregious, honestly.
Really, I thought that was. I know it was more egregious, but I'm just saying, like, you could have that be a little bit more toned down and it'll work. You'll never have someone say, you know what, it's called cockpit, right, and make it work. You know what I mean? Like, that's just a dumb line. Just straight up. You can have like a couple people snicker.
But the thing is that totally happened. There's a lot of fucking guys.
Oh yeah, I get that, but that's a stupid line.
Do all that shit. It is a stupid line. That's kind of the point. But I think the problem with that part is that it was a montage.
I get it.
It was a montage of, hey, here's a shitty moment, here's a shitty moment, here's a shitty moment. It's like, we get it. It's shitty.
I don't know why she was only remembering shitty moments. But
it was, like I said, there's stuff I don't like about that, but that's fine.
Yeah, the one girl power thing wasn't really as big of a problem as I'm making it sound like, but it was definitely compared to like Wonder Woman. Woman did
I'll say this. I think whenever anyone complains about the girl power moment, I think people were just upset because it wasn't as eloquently done as Black Panther was with the Black movement.
Yeah, oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it was too directed, too in your face about it.
Yeah, because when they show up in Black Panther to like wherever they were, like I think London or something, whenever Martin Freeman showed up, like he's like, you could tell he's like way more sophisticated, and they even talk about like what's it called, Wakanda, how it's like a shithole or whatever, and they have
it's stuff like that, and
that stuff is well done though, because it. You know,
I think the line, what was the one that we're gonna cut at the very end when Killmonger was about to die and he was like, hey, come on, I'll come save you, and he's like, I'd rather you throw me in the ocean or something like that.
No, yeah, I'd rather be in the ocean with my ancestors than, or something like that. It's something like that.
Something like that. I think that's
I'd rather
like
jump
that,
off the ship with my ancestors than live in that world or whatever. Something like that.
Live in change, something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
live in change. There you go.
It was a lot more eloquently done
line.
without being direct about it.
There's
Saying,
no. Jesus Christ. There's no. You okay? Yeah. No, that's perfect. Oh, okay.
Upside down. No, there.
All right. Anyway, we got to move on from Captain Marvel.
I want to say one more thing. Captain Marvel does not have a single line that's as good as that line from Black Panther. So that right there, like, just
I never freeze.
yeah, exactly, like that right there. There's no memes in this. There's no what are those? Is there a meme in this? Oh,
Those.
Right. Moving on.
Captain Marvel didn't say what's a meme. Someone spout one.
What's a 90s meme?
90s meme.
God damn it.
The pumped shoes. Were they? Were those in the 90s?
Heelys.
Picked up pumps. Or
Yeah, Heelys. There you go. Heelys is better. She uses Heelys.
I remember those light up shoes. Those were dope.
She Heelys and then she flies away.
Anyway,
Adrian?
I remember those light up shoes. The ones you
Yeah,
step in.
my cousin has those. Every time he shows up. Yeah, my cousin still
Every
has
time he
those.
shows up, he kicks you in the face, and you remind of it.
Ah, fuck! I don't know how.
I remember there were the there was like I think it was Nike. They put out the shoe. Them or Adidas put out the shoes with the springs in the back that would make you jump higher.
Yeah.
Moon shoes?
Moon shoes.
No, like
Yeah, no, I know what you're
actual sneakers, but they had like
little springs inside the.
springs in the back, so they
yeah.
make you jump higher.
Yeah.
It was so fucking stupid.
It was stupid. Yeah.
All right.
Anyway.
So let's go to what we watched now. Gore, what did you watch this week?
What?
What did you watch this week?
Since the last podcast, what did I watch? I don't think I watched really anything.
That was a joke. I thought you were going to say that because
I might have watched something actually. I don't remember. I don't think I did. I didn't watch anything.
All right.
Yeah, you watch. You just talk about all the fucking movies you watch because that's all
Easy.
we're here for.
All I watched was The Highwayman, like I said, and then I finally got around to seeing Free Solo, which was fucking great.
Yeah,
I wish I was able to see, was able to go see that when it was in IMAX, but
yeah,
I heard that guy's a douchebag.
yeah, you've said that before.
Is he? Well,
I don't know him.
Well,
Did he seem like a douchebag in the?
Let me get my phone. Let me call him. I mean,
you
call
saw
him anyone.
a movie about him, and people said in the movie he acts like a douchebag. Is he a douchebag?
None of us know. We don't know him.
Oh, we don't know him.
You said you saw the movie.
Well, in the movie, I'm assuming
In the movie, they're not going to accurately portray anyone. Like
Yeah.
even if they put him in a bad way, it's probably portrayed that way.
In the movie,
Also,
he
is
comes
there-
off as
documentary,
a bit stuck up, and he doesn't come off as a straight douchebag.
I get
but
what
like
Kyle's
Adrian said,
asking.
they're not going to show him being a douchebag.
There's plenty of
Is there-
documentaries out there that show the subject
Right, but
being a
that's
dick,
that's
so
kind of, we don't know. Is there
saw
not
it.
4K release of this movie?
I don't know.
Not yet, I don't think.
All right.
The only reason I was able to see it was because National Geographic was doing a bunch of showings of it this past couple of weeks, and then I don't know why I watched it, but I know it premiered earlier tonight before we did the podcast. I watched the fucking Finding Neverland or whatever.
Leaving Neverland.
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
that.
I'm reading that
I
one.
thought it premiered last week or some shit.
It played like
is
once.
that the?
It played like once, but now like
Yeah.
HBO is running it a lot
Right.
now.
Yeah, I didn't watch it. I'm not.
I watched it. I'll obviously we'll talk about later. I just don't like. I understand. I just don't see why everyone's made such a big deal about it. Why they had like pull all of his music off the radio and whatnot. Because it really didn't.
Well, it's
seem-
all no. We gotta talk about it now. If we're gonna talk about it all this week, is that I think, and there's always been controversy and like credibility like questioned with all that stuff, and I just think I'm just always like I'm out of it. I don't want to deal with it.
Yeah.
There's been so much money issues and people lying. And there's like been like misconstrued details, and it's like no. If there was ever gonna be like an actual accurate representation, it would have happened long ago. Now it just feels like it's fishing for money.
And he got what do they say when you're like oh someone sued him and then he didn't.
They settled out of court?
No.
The settlement.
Or they did the first time, but it was because Sony didn't want to waste more money on, or didn't want Jackson to waste his time because he's doing a concert. There's a whole lot of stuff about this.
Was it
that
that concert they made a movie out of, like immediately after he died?
Yeah.
This Is It. Wait, was
Yeah.
it not called This Is It? Because they made a movie
Yeah,
out
no,
of
that
that.
was
It was. That wasn't.
That
the
was
one,
the name of the movie, but
No, that wasn't the concert he was doing at the time. Because he was doing a
They
concert.
gotta-
He was rehearsing a console when he console.
that's just
He was
it.
rehearsing the Xbox One, but no, he was rehearsing a concert when he died. So,
Yep.
and then they made
That was
all
it.
that archival footage into a movie.
Yep, that was a really good movie, by the
Yeah,
way.
it was a
but,
really good movie.
He
I saw it
got
in
acquitted
theaters.
the second time.
Yeah, well, there was one time where like it didn't like FBI come to his the
yes,
Main ranch,
they didn't
and
find
he
him.
wasn't there, and they showed up just randomly, and they couldn't find anything, right?
Yep.
So,
So that's why I'm just like, I just.
I don't know.
all-
It's just
I'm
it's
not gonna
hearsay,
say
right?
And from what I've heard about the documentary, it's like they tell some really like fucked up, like
Yeah,
horrible
really messed
sounding
up.
stories.
yeah, they what I saw they did. But
that's-
it's it's one of those things where it's it's not to sound rude or anything, but it's hard to take seriously because it goes so heavy into the negative that it's like you can't paint a clear picture because it's so weighted heavily on being negative that there's no opinion in it.
It's a burden of proof thing. Like that's what it really comes down to. If he did do it, then fuck it, fuck him, But
Well, there you go.
the dude's fucking dead, right?
Yeah, Teabag.
Hey, Kyle, what did you watch?
Who with the end?
Watched Saving Private Ryan for the first time. That
He's
was
never
great.
seen it before.
I've actually never seen it
to be
either.
fair, he
I
wasn't
have
of
that-
age when it came out because he wasn't born. So
I've
Yeah.
never seen it either. I have that
I know you
4K
were.
steel too.
that's a great film.
One day.
Oh yeah,
That's a
I
great
remember
film.
when we do American history, and I'm talking about like back in grade school after that movie came out, we'd watch that in class once
What
a year.
the fuck?
Yeah.
It's because
It's a
it was
violent
a
movie.
fucking. It's a violent movie. Well, keep in mind that time I was like 6th, 7th, maybe 8th grade
Okay.
at that time. But if you're talking about war and stuff, and you want to show kids an actual
I don't think
like
they'd
what
allow
war
that.
actually looks like.
Glory.
I went
Watch
to Catholic
Glory. Fuck
school.
it.
They don't give a
Catholic
shit
school.
what they-
That's
you
even
think
worse.
Anyone's going to yell at the nun? Or I'm pretty sure the nun at my school embezzled
Damn.
money, for God's sake.
Would you watch Blue Velvet after? The fuck? That's fucked up. Watch The
Did you have
Shining
to
right
get a
after.
permission slip to watch it?
He watched Shaving Privates Ryan's or whatever. What was that porn
Yeah,
movie?
Private
Privates Ryan.
Yeah.
Shaving
Yeah,
Ryan's
Privates.
Privates. There you go. That's the
Saving-
porn parody. Remember when we
Saving
looked up?
Private Ryan.
Yeah. Remember when we looked up all those porn parody
Yeah.
the articles and stuff?
Segment.
There was one called Shavings Ryan Private.
I remember the fucking
Can't
call
say
when
it.
we looked them all up, and then Kyle kept sending us fucking clips from them.
Oh, yeah.
Well, on YouTube, those are funny though. The acting's pretty hilarious.
It's fucking SpongeBob.
Well,
SpongeNob Square Dick or whatever it's called.
Well, what do you think of Saving Private Ryan, Kyle?
What else did I see? I saw
what'd you think
Captain
of it?
Marvel.
No, what'd you think of
Oh,
Saving
great,
Private
you know.
Ryan?
I love
Shaving
Steve.
Ryan's Privates. There you go.
I love Spielberg for the most part.
From Ready
It's
Player
great.
One.
All right, and then you watch Captain Marvel. Anything else?
I've watched a lot of movies. I watched Ingmar Bergman movies. Like watch it once every night. Watch a new Ingmar Bergman movie. That's fun. This
fun.
collection I have is fucking ginormous. Again,
Yeah.
this is like 40 movies, right? All Blu-rays. There's a big ass book in it, and they're great.
Yeah, I know a family member that bought that actually.
Really?
Yeah, I was gonna
Cousin?
borrow it. No, yeah, my 11-year-old cousin, real big fan of Bergman.
Really big fan of being.
Yeah, Seventh Seal is his favorite movie.
Yes.
He loves Seventh Seal.
He likes watching in between his Fortnite matches.
Yeah, he dabs to him.
We is God real or not? Yeah, that's what I want to watch when I'm 11.
Seventh Seal. That's
Yeah,
shit.
yes. 3-hour movies
That's the only one
about
I've seen.
what happens when you die and talking to death. And
Well, what's that
Isn't
box
that the
set
same thing as that new dog movie coming
I
out?
mean, to be fair, when I was 11 years old, I asked the similar question to Bishop of New York, and he was kind of confused.
what was that box set called?
Ingmar Bergman
The waste
cinema.
of time. A waste
Yeah.
of time.
Waste of time.
massive
The sequel to A Wrinkle in Time.
all the movies here and shit. It's like,
That's a nice box set, though. How much was that? Oh, like $200?
It
it was 125.
Okay.
That's a good deal.
Ain't
'Cause
bad.
It's not bad.
Ain't
No.
bad for 30
I thought you were going to say
discs.
more than what I said.
30
Uh,
Blu-ray discs.
you got that for cheap, because cheapest I can find it for now is 175.
Yeah, you probably got one. They were doing their half off
Criterion.
sale.
Criterion Collection had a sale recently.
Yeah, they always do the 50% sale, right? I don't collect Criterions, but I really wanted to get a few the last like couple times. Like they had the Gojira. They had Seven
We're
Samurai.
gonna have a Godzilla collection soon, by the way.
Yeah, they will. Yeah, so I might as well just wait.
Yeah.
I forgot. Let me know next time they do a 50% off.
Yeah,
They
I'll let you
always
know.
do
I get
Barnes and
emails
Noble.
about it too.
Too, for like
I
months.
do that every once in a while. The only Criterion one I have is the following.
I have two. I have Eraserhead and I have oh fuck, I forgot the other one actually. I have
There's
Eraserhead
one,
and something else.
Soon.
I have something else. I have to look it up. But I found one at a yard sale. I was like, oh, I'll snatch that bitch up.
I have about like 200 actually. I think.
Damn.
I'll show you.
Yeah. See,
Fuck
I
Alright.
Criterions are cool, but I'm not. Yeah, that's a sweet collection. The Criterions are cool, but I don't know. I just don't feel like.
Barbie's
They are
Adventure.
expensive.
Finally, they made a Criterion Barbie.
All right. What else did you watch, Kyle?
Oh boy. I saw Rocket Man.
Oh yeah, you saw that early. You can't talk about it though.
Can't talk about it.
No, he loved it.
Elton John. You know, I realized though after watching the movie, I was like, man, Elton John is a cool guy. Does it has
Yeah,
nothing?
He loved it. He loved the movie. There
Yeah,
you
I
go.
know. That's why you're trying to
Confirmed.
back out. Let's
You're
just
never-
drop the topic before
No,
Kyle says
he
some
loved
shit.
it. No, he loved it.
Alright.
Confirmed.
Like they already got stuff planning in his ear.
There you go. Yep. You see a red dot sight on his forehead.
There's no windows here. What?
What the fuck, man? They're good.
Right.
SWAT breaks into his room like a fucking Mega 64 sketch.
Other than that,
Get the
though,
fuck down.
nothing else. I don't think.
Nothing else? Sure.
Nope.
You
I
sure?
saw like 7 of those Bergman movies, but yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, brother.
Hell yeah, brother.
I ended
Alright.
up watching all the How to Train Your Dragons because I really want to watch their one in the theaters.
Speaking of Criterion.
Those are all really good. Those
Yeah.
are all like I don't give a lot of credit to DreamWorks because a lot of the shit they put out is actual dog shit.
No, not actual dog shit. They're movies.
Turbo.
Come on. No, some of those are pretty good though. Like besides the How to Train Your Dragon ones. Yeah, like Shark Tale, of course. Everyone's favorite. It's a classic.
Those were all done, and man, the visuals in the fucking movies are fantastic.
Yeah, they are. They're
And they you know
they're
what? You know what those
quality.
fuckers do every single beginning of the movie too? They pan over the water, like look at our fucking water.
Yeah, well, I mean, they spent a lot of time on that water. I mean, it's on an island. The whole movie's set on an island, so you
I know,
gotta
but they
have
want
water.
they want to
let-
specifically show the water because the
Yeah.
water is always like the most impressive.
You know what they
whenever
do
like,
really
it's
well?
in a movie.
You know what they always do really well, and they always do it at least
They
once.
fry?
They fly through clouds, and the clouds look good.
Yeah.
Look like clouds.
And
Good job.
also don't forget that with movies like Finding Dory, they set a new record, a new precedent for CG by giving a fish a fucking receding hairline.
And what, Finding Dory? I didn't see it.
Yeah, the Dory's father, the fish is a fucking receding hairline.
All right.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
But those movies are really fantastic. I love the third one. I think that was a great way to end it off. Even though like the plot was the most like obvious thing on the planet. I watched the
Sure.
trailer and I had not seen the movie beforehand. I was talking to my other Facebook chat and I was like, so $20. This is how it ends, right? And they just didn't say anything. And afterwards, like, oh, exactly.
Yeah.
And to like give a quick spoiler alert, because the reason I saw that trailer, it was like, oh, this is exactly Bye Bye Butterfree, isn't it? From fucking Pokemon.
Jesus.
Exactly. I was like, oh look,
Yeah.
the motherfucker finds another thing. It looks exactly like him, a different color. There's a bunch of fucking other dragons everywhere. He's gonna fucking go off and save them, and then he's gonna go fucking fly off. Watch. Yep.
Yep. And then
Called
Ash
it,
Ketchum
dude.
showed up. And he's just like, bye, Butterfree.
Yeah. But I also heard of.
Butterfree.
I also. But the one thing I liked is I heard a lot of people. I saw a lot of people complain about that. And I'm like, what do
Oh,
you
no,
expect
it's
from a
not.
fucking kids movie? What kind of convoluted plot do you expect
Well,
from a movie for kids?
I wouldn't use that. I wouldn't use
I think
that
it
as
was fine.
discrediting.
It's-
But
it's-
I don't
it's-
know. Like I
yeah,
said,
it's
I think
I guess they
was
could
like,
shaman his fucking head if you wanted that. I don't know.
oh yeah, brother. But
Fucking-
Toothless is like-
Toothless
Uh,
starts getting fucking rabies, and they just put
Oh,
him down.
he becomes
behind the shed.
ruthless.
um,
You like that?
I don't know. Like I
like
just thought it was still
the-
strong. I love the ending. The ending is so
Thank you.
strong. I think.
Yeah, the
Like,
ending is
that
strong,
vlog of
dude.
That
Dude.
vlog is fucking perfect.
And that ending's just like,
I'm kind of bummed I didn't get
good.
invested in this franchise over the years because I'm sure that ending would have been like a lot more like fuck.
yeah, right?
Oh yeah. I went to see it with one of my friends, and she was fucking crying at the end.
And I
Friends are
had a
emotional,
4-day investment in the franchise, so I
You
can
had
have
a
that.
4-day. I had a 9-year investment, so suck my dick.
Yeah, no, like I said, like if I'm really bummed that I'm really bummed that I didn't get to watch this like as it came out because that ending was like, man, I'm sure if I was like 9 years into this franchise, I'd be fucking crying like a baby at this part.
Yeah. That was
was
great.
fucking
I think
well
it's
done.
still
That
my
was-
number one, actually, right now.
That was
this
really
year.
well done.
So, anyway, what'd you say, Kyle?
Like a baby.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Whenever I hear Kyle say something, I have to let him speak because he doesn't really,
Ah.
doesn't say anything.
I've been on a on A24 kick,
Oh,
so I
yeah.
watched
How to
Room.
Train Your Dragon.
Speaking of Brie Larson, I watched Room. That was fucking really well done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a great movie.
Oh, that in theaters.
That's been on my list for a long time, so I was super excited to finally watch that.
Great
And
film.
then right after you saw Green Room, right?
The
Yeah,
stars-
so I put out. I put
Green
I put
Room.
a lot of shit on my Netflix list, and I was like, hey, what should I watch next? Kyle put a Green Room up.
I told you in the last Skype call, not the last one, but the one you asked me what the fuck movies. I told you.
Oh, I was asking you which ones were good.
I said Green Room. Green Room was great.
No, I was putting them all on a list though, but I had them all on a list. So I
But
said,
you should
which
watch
should I
Blue
watch
Ruin
next?
also because that's the same director.
Well,
He
yeah,
did
no,
it
I
before.
put it on my list right after I
Blue
saw
Ruin
that.
is really good too, but Green Room is
It was
excellent.
that and Murder Party that I put on my list.
Yeah. And also, Enemy. I told you to watch too.
I did watch Enemy.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
How about what was the other one? I said
Oh,
watch
no, so
something else.
those were only 3 A24 movies I
Okay.
watched.
Okay.
So I watched Room. Room was fantastic. Green Room was great. I love that they subvert expectations of like
Yeah.
what you think's gonna happen. Because
Yeah.
like, all right, what was it like? Okay, you see people out here and they just walk out like, oh, are they gonna do some army shit? It's like obviously people are gonna die.
No,
And then the guy that's gonna pep talk, out immediately.
exactly.
And then you see like the last 3 there. They get a new guy there. He's like, I'm gonna show you where all that shit's at. Like, oh, they're gonna get out? No, dead immediately.
yeah.
And then you see the girl there who's been like the prominent girl from the beginning, fucking dead too.
yeah.
It was great. I
Dude,
loved
it was fucking brutal watching everybody die. Like, and even like Patrick Stewart in the movie, you think like, oh, he's gonna be like the big, not that he's gonna be like the
The
villain,
big baddie, but he's fucking
Yeah.
running away like a
yeah.
bitch.
He's just like he's walking away. He's just like, and he pulls out a gun.
He's
just
kind of
shot him.
hobbling too.
Well, he's like 70-something years old, so it's,
Yeah.
he's just,
And he gets 2 shots off. You're like, oh shit, he's gonna hit the 3rd one? Nope.
no dead. And then the movie just ends with like a not like a joke, but it's just like shut the fuck up. Like,
Yeah, I thought that was a really
yeah,
well
movie's
done
really tense. When I saw it in the theater, it was actually not. It was only like maybe like 10 people in there, but it felt like if I was watching just a regular horror movie, with the dumbass jump scares, because people were fucking freaking out in my theater. That movie gets so tense. It's not scary, but it gets fucking tense.
Well,
Like,
it's all.
tense is good for
Yeah.
like suspense.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, it's
movie.
not-
Well,
It's
it's
as long as you
human
can
to
get that
human,
tension.
not like
Yeah.
spooky monsters or some shit.
Yeah, no, but I mean, like you could do a movie like this and be scary.
Monsters too. So.
There was a good
I
video
lo-
that
Go ahead.
there was a good video I was watching on this where it was people's big complaint about it were dumb characters, but someone's
presented
well the
this
video is about how well this man writes dumb characters because of the situation that makes them dumb.
Yeah.
You know, like the situation if you're in this fucking Nazi like area, and you don't know what the fuck to do, you're gonna do dumb shit like this, and they really write the last part in really well where he was like, hey, so that paintball story, we didn't know what the fuck to do, so we just fucking said fuck it.
Yeah, it just went
out there.
nuts.
And they did it.
Went nuts, and it worked.
Yeah.
And by the way, this is like one of Anton Yelchin's like last movies too, which is a shame.
Yeah, that's a
He was
bummer.
really good.
As fuck. He did so well.
He was really good. And what's her name? With the girl with the really unfortunate last name. That's the only other girl that lives. I forgot her first name, but her last name's Poots, which is
Her first name is Imogen.
Imogen. Yeah, Imogen Poots.
Annie Poots.
That's Annie Poots. Oh no, that's even worse. But you know,
That guy smile. He just fucking laughed.
Annie Poots. That's an unfortunate last name. I'm sure. All right, go away. I have to edit that out. That was too scary. But I really liked just the whole setup of it, because it was already really tense because everybody in the crowd's just like these fucking
Nazis.
Nazi racists and stuff, but it's not even the crowd, it's the people that are setting it up are the danger. And I like it. It all starts because he has to go get his phone charger back. It's
Right.
I'm gonna get my phone
It could have literally been that,
Yeah.
and it's never again.
Yeah, the movie could have been 25 minutes long. All right, we're out. Bye.
But
Yeah.
that was a good movie. Then I watched Enemy,
Yeah, anyway,
and
that's a
I
good
liked
movie.
it a lot.
Oh.
The only issues I have is I think
Spiders.
I'm not. Huh?
I said it is spiders.
No, I don't give a fuck about spiders, but I just don't think any of that like actually was like of weight. Like I think that movie almost lost me the first like couple minutes when it was doing that whole like in the strip club and then they step on a spider. I was like this. I was like I'm checked out. I'm not feeling like speaking at all.
The beginning kind of reminds me of not that it has the same feel. Well, it does have the same feel, but it's not that it's the same thing. But it reminded me of another Jake Gyllenhaal movie. What was it called? Animals. The Nocturnal Animals, where it shows like in the beginning all the fat women naked dancing and stuff, and it just felt like it was like trying to weird you out already.
Yeah, see, that's exactly what it felt like, and I was like, no, this is dumb. Like,
Well,
immediately I was like,
but
this is
Enemy
dumb.
actually it has more of a purpose than Nocturnal Animals. Where Nocturnal Animals is just like, she works with photography. That's the only connection
Hey, Gore.
there is.
Gore.
What?
Did I ever tell you I met the fat naked woman from the beginning of Nocturnal Animals?
Oh, did you make out?
That's that.
you met? Is that her name under the credits? Fat naked woman.
Yeah.
I think it probably is actually.
How'd you recognize her?
She's
So
fat
she
naked.
stood up in front of the audience because the director was there.
She's
It's like,
fat
I want
naked?
to shout out. I want to shout out her.
Okay. Well, no, I've never seen the movie, but I'm like, I can't imagine that I'd ever recognize any single person like in like a role that sounds apparently that shallow.
No, he just saw a fat.
no, but
he
they
just saw a
pointed her
fat
out.
white woman and just like I liked you in Nocturnal Animals.
Oh, they pointed her out. God damn.
It was Rebel Wilson you were talking to.
Rumpelstiltskin, yeah.
It was Rumpelstiltskin.
Rumpelstiltskin.
Oh, that guy from Overwatch last night.
Oh,
Yeah.
Rumpelstiltskin.
Stiltskin.
We had a horrible. Everybody, this is a gaming break. We had a horrible, terrible player on our Overwatch team. We had
Don't give their actual gamer tag out.
well, it doesn't matter because he spelled it with like 25 ones, so you won't be able to do it anyway. But his name was Rumpelstiltskin. And he's terrible.
Like I said, it's one of my favorite moments of playing this game has been just watching him as we captured a point, run from that first point of Nubani, run from the spawn, get to the first capture point, and the second he reached there, immediately got
Dead.
murdered by the tracer.
Yeah, it was great. I watched that. He's like, all right, I'm back. Dead.
That long
Didn't do
20-second
anything.
run to immediately die.
Yeah, to a tracer too.
But
Anyway,
Enemy was really
Back
well
to
done
movies.
though. I liked where that movie went.
how'd you like the ending?
I liked it a lot.
Did
I
it fucking scare the shit out of you?
Oh, that last. See,
Because when I saw it, I was like, what the fuck?
no, I mean I don't give a fuck. I was like, huh.
I got a strong fear of spiders, so I'll just say
I
that.
don't give a fuck.
No.
I
If
just-
I see a little
I got-
spider, I
you know what?
fucking shrivel up.
I will say the only benefiting part about that whole intro and the whole spider motif, I love that shot of the city where the
Yeah, where
giant
you see
spider
this
walks.
giant
That looked
spiders.
fucking dope.
Yeah,
Like,
that
that was
looked
actually a dope shot.
I-
But if I was ever like, if I could ever just like critique this, I'd be like, I should erase all that and just like kind of lean a little bit heavy on like something else to kind of run with. Like maybe
The
he
whole
walks
body
in.
double Stuff.
That whole body
Like,
double
maybe
stuff's
he
great,
walks
though.
in and there's like no actual person there or something, so you kind of question it for a second. Stuff like that, because I think
Yeah.
that was strong. But
Well,
I did
have
like
you
where it
seen-
went. What's
Sorry.
up?
Have you seen the other Villeneuve movies? Like, how many of them have you
Prisoners.
seen?
Did you see
No, only
Prisoners?
this one, Blade Runner.
You should see Prisoners.
Oh, see
Now that-
Prisoners. That
Prisoners
movie's
is
so
my
fucking
favorite one.
Is that on Netflix?
Yeah,
I'll look it up.
Prisoners.
Hugh Jackman. Yeah, you like Greatest Showman? You go see him in a different light. That fucking movie.
Oh, that's-
You know what I really want to watch? You know what I really
It's
want to
so
watch? I
fun.
want us to watch. I really want us to watch Love, Death, Robots.
Oh yeah, that's that Netflix thing, right? Oh,
Yeah.
Kyle's not liking it. I saw
It's,
that. eye
it's
roll.
like
Kyle just went to that fucking
I only like two of those things.
discontent style of his.
I don't like
it's supposed
two of those
to be
things,
Really
definitely.
cool
Robots.
anime.
It looks cool. It had like an Animatrix feel to it, where it's like a bunch of different, or I guess you could say a lot of different things. But Animatrix started it with like all the different shorts and visual styles and stuff like that.
Right.
Even Halo had that actually.
That looks really cool though. I think we check that out. Well, no, all they have is in here is Incendies.
Oh, okay. Well, then you have to order Prisoners somewhere. I mean, Prisoners was a popular movie when it first came out.
I'll look it up on.
Probably be check Amazon Prime.
Yeah,
Usually, if it's not on Netflix, it's on there.
Yeah, that's a movie worth checking out for sure.
Yeah.
That's probably my favorite one. Is actually
Rival's great too.
Arrival.
Oh, I forgot I did Arrival. Yeah.
I forgot.
So yeah, there was that. What else? I watched. Oh, have you guys seen Abducted in Plain Sight?
No.
No.
You guys plan on watching Abducted in Plain Sight?
I don't even know what the fuck it is.
That's a crime documentary on Netflix.
Oh no, that's why I haven't.
Oh no, I don't watch those.
Yeah, I'm not.
Oh man, dude. Okay, so let me give you the spiel about this movie. All right.
Is it a sequel to Taylor Lautner's Abduction?
So this was about a.
Got him.
And what year was it? Let me double check. But anyway, this is about a kidnapping, and this was like in like super white America, where like our neighborhood was like, oh, we didn't lock doors or anything like that, you know, like the old school, like, you know, like
Abducted in Plain Sight.
The good old days. So, but I say that because these people put in like an absurd amount of trust in all their community. This is the 1970s, by the way. So this guy ended up like he was already kind of a creeper, and people knew this, but he just moved to a different place. I think that's what it was. Anyway, so he went in here and he convinced this family of that he was molested or something as a kid.
What the fuck?
Or he was rather, and his therapist said this. So he was able to he was able to groom them a lot. So he hung out with the daughters of this family a lot.
Oh,
but he specifically liked one, and so he would specifically groom them to be like, oh, you know, the therapist says that I have to hang out with a young girl, or I have to sleep in the same bed as a young girl a couple times a week, because apparently like it was like he was in a family that was full of predators, so he protected his young sister or something like that. So he created this whole idea of like, oh, I have to that my nature is protecting young women. So he was able to sleep in this young girl's bed 4 days a week for like months. But anyway, so he asked to take her on like a trip, like a horseback ride trip. Disappears for days. The family first off supposed to say, hey, come back by the time dinner's here. Okay. Didn't show up that night. Didn't show up for like 3 or 4 days, and the family was like, you know, we'll just give them till Sunday to show up. Never showed up. Right? Yeah. This dumb family. Anyway, there was some weird thing where it was like, all right, well, they went to Mexico for a while. They got married in Mexico. They got caught. They brought her back, but the girl. So it was like he drugged her and kept her like and drugged her up, and then like when she woke up, he set up to like this like radio was like talking like it was as if it was an alien, saying, you know, like, oh, you know, you're part of an alien race, and you have to like mate with this other person, and you know, and so he bloodied himself up and made it seem like he was that other person. So there's an 11-year-old girl, and she had this full trust with this guy, right? She already liked him as a family member, you know. But now they had this relation where she thought she was saving the world, and like in love with him, right? Long story short, so they come back from Mexico. They catch her, bring her back from Mexico. This is like the first half.
You said long story short.
This is not.
I'm just laughing after the 5 minutes. You go long story short.
I don't know why I said that, because this is like halfway done. Let me tell you this. This is halfway through the movie. This is not the craziest part. So they bring him back, and then eventually this whole thing happens, and then I think, and I might be getting it wrong, he spends like a little bit in prison, comes back, starts getting good with the family. I might be getting some details wrong here. It might have happened earlier, before he first kidnapped her, but he managed to seduce both the parents individually, separately.
So fucking him?
So he the
plot thickens.
The wife by like complimenting her a lot, you know, like treating her really well.
Yeah.
And ended up like getting really close to her.
Yeah, all the good stuff.
Getting really close to her. So this reminded me of Fire Festival. So he called the dad up. He called the dad up and said something like, hey, let's go out for lunch. And they go out and drive off, and he's like, hey, my wife isn't doing it for me anymore. I just really need some relief. And the fucking dad just fucking gave him a hand job, like, in the car.
All right.
And he just seduced both the parents. This motherfucker seduced the husband, the wife, and took the kid.
And the dog.
And then, after this whole thing, when he got caught, came back in Mexico, all that, he took her again!
Hell yeah! Wait,
Oh yeah, dude.
I mean, that's fucked up, but damn.
He convinced the girl that she was so in love, stole her again. I think she came
Stole
back.
her.
Then the girl ran away on her own because she was so in love with him and got pissed the parents wouldn't let him marry.
Damn. So this guy must look like Hugh Hefner in his like
No!
30s.
No, dude, you would think that.
He
I was
looks like
having
the
a
guy from
conversation with-
Brigsby Bear.
I was having a conversation with someone about this like, the other day, and it was like, because I was like, hey, do you watch this? She was like, yeah, I did, and we talked about this, and was like, what's the craziest part is you would think this guy would be some Patrick Swayze motherfucker. He's just some normal fucking looking dude, and not even like on the like attractive side of normal fucking dude.
Like a 6 out of 10.
Like a
6,
Kyle.
5 out of 10, normal fucking
Kyle,
dude.
there's hope for you.
Yeah.
No, but
They'll make a
if
sequel
you're
to this.
actually into, if you're actually,
I'm interested in this.
I think, and I'm obviously not doing it justice, but I just,
How long is this?
it's an hour. It's 91 minutes.
Yeah, it's not anyone.
Oh, that's really good.
Who's
Okay, that's
What's the
good.
guy's name? I want to see what he looks like. Kyle. Time
Yeah.
traveler. This
Travis.
Well, that maybe
I don't know. I don't know the name. I forget the actual
George
name.
Clooney.
But no. Like actually,
Ryan Singer.
it's only 91 minutes.
No.
I think it's a good watch because it's like
I'm gonna watch that tonight.
It doesn't
That
say
is-
on the Wikipedia who it is.
it's actually unbelievable. Like at some point in this, you're just like, I can't understand how you got away with all this, but fucking how? Like you just, I was shocked.
Abducted in plain
sight. It's on
Yeah.
Netflix.
Abducted in plain sight. Yeah.
Did you see that Netflix documentary from last year? And it's like this group of inbred hicks convinced this guy to put like a neck bomb on him, and he robbed a bank. Did you see that?
Oh, that sounds familiar. I don't know what it's called though. I heard about that.
What's it called?
I don't. What's it called?
Evil Genius.
I heard about that. I never heard the title, but I've heard that premise.
Don't describe it though, because I'm super into documentaries, and I'll totally watch it.
Like I said, premise. Like it's not a real
called
thing.
Evil Genius, and it's about these group of hicks.
The true story of America's most diabolical bank heist.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
they said diet.
It's ridiculous. Like again,
Yeah, I'll watch that.
they
That sounds
convince some guy to put a neck bomb on him, and he robs a bank. And there's like footage of everything.
Seems like a good idea.
It gets
Oh yeah, for that I watched that. Oh yeah, that was.
Yeah, well, I'll watch that. So
Wait, hold on. I got a picture of the guy. By the way,
I mean, let me see.
It's a very weird picture because he's hugging the girl. But here you go,
Oh,
right there.
Jesus.
Can you see it?
No. Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
somewhat.
kind of. Ew, he looks creepy. Man, like Middle America.
Yes,
there you go,
Kyle.
right there, right there.
Ew, he's creepy. He's like a 2. Ew. Man, what the fuck? Donald
Like-
Trump.
like, actually- Put it damn away. All right, no, like legit. Watch this because it's you'll be in shock at just how crazy this gets.
I will watch that. I'm intrigued. I do like true crime
There you
shit.
go.
As like probably mentally degrading as it is good.
Mentally degrading. Isn't that what you consider the Marvel movies to be?
Yeah, pretty much. But you know, Marvel is just like creativity wise, it like really like just hurts my brain. With this shit, it hurts my brain just like in a moral, ethical sense. But I kind of need that sometimes.
Okay. Whatever.
All right.
That sounds fucking. That just sounds absurd. 1970s America and 60s and
Needs to
80s.
be
It's just so
nuked.
fucking weird.
Oh no, it's like I said, it's like the ideal where it's the ideal neighborhood where
Yeah,
no one
like-
wants their shit and all that. That's what I'm trying to get at. Where it was like they had like the idea of like a child molester wasn't even a concept. You know, it's like with the Ted Bundy stuff. Like I watched the first episode and they were talking about like it was bizarre because like you never understood serial killers. Like there was no such thing as a serial killer.
Well, no, people knew about it, but
The
like
concept of a
they
serial
weren't
concept.
killer. is not a thing.
fetishized. Like
They
are
were.
now.
They didn't know personally.
They
right?
knew fucking Charles. Everyone fucking knew Charles Manson and shit. Like they
But
weren't.
that was
Charles
more of a
Manson
cult,
wasn't.
though.
Charles Manson, wasn't
Yeah,
a
that
serial.
was a cult following. That
Yeah,
was
he wasn't a serial killer technically, right? Did he ever
Serial
kill
killing-
anybody? Period.
for
No,
his
no.
serial killing. or what
No,
he can
no.
Yeah.
construct.
I know
I mean, technically he is a
he
serial
might
killer.
have been like actually hands on with one of them.
Okay.
I
Well,
forget.
technically
Oh,
he
fuck.
is. I mean, by law.
I read
if you
the whole
associate
book
yourself
last
with
summer
that.
too.
He's associated with it.
I think
Yeah.
it was all.
He's
it
the
was
only
all,
reason why
what was
it happened.
I think.
No,
I
he
think
definitely
charged
killed.
all, like second degree, or basically being an accomplice. He was never charged with any direct murders.
No, I'm fairly confident he at least was hands on with a couple of them.
It was like plotting to kill people. That's what he got like charged for.
By the way,
Right.
I'm
Well,
looking
no,
forward
because
to
I think
that
because the stuff that he was actually charged with was like the people killing on the ranch, but he hit the bodies and no one ever said anything
Yeah.
about it. So he was just
Yeah,
like,
but he's
you couldn't
still
charge him for
obviously he's still complicit in it. Oh, he didn't.
But yeah,
actually
but
stab
that's what I was saying. He got charged like as an accomplice and for planning. He wasn't charged for actually committing the murders.
that. Yeah, he was
Yeah, that's what I was
specifically he
saying, too.
specifically made the girls do it. That way he could say, oh, I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah. Well, it didn't work.
Those girls. Are
Yeah,
hot.
well, yeah, because the judge went, okay, so you said you told them to kill, so you wouldn't get charged. He's like, yeah, like okay, so you
Helter Skelter, amazing read.
There's
I bought
there's that
and it
Quentin
went-
Tarantino movie coming out though. That's not exactly about that, but
Yeah,
Yeah,
well, it's gonna be a
well, you also have the Manson Girls movie. I forgot what it's called. It's about the girls from the Manson.
What'd you say, Kyle? 'Cause You
Cult.
said you bought that, right?
Yeah, I did. I read it. It was great.
Yeah, it was a great read.
the
They have
Ted
pictures of the
Bundy-
currency and everything. It's nuts.
Not
The
in our
Ted Bundy
book
documentary
podcast.
on Netflix did not grab me though. I will say.
Which one?
The Ted Bundy one, too long.
Oh yeah. I heard it wasn't that great
mostly
actually.
Shit I already knew.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
heard it wasn't great.
And I watched the first episode and it was already kind of repeating stuff over and over again. I'm like, I don't know if I want to.
Yeah, I thought it was just a movie. I didn't know it was gonna be like a 4-part, like 1 hour each, like
same.
series. Shit, I don't know. So when I was the first one to suggest it in the Ranksters thing, but yeah, I didn't watch
Is
it.
Murderer 2 out yet?
Which one?
Making Murderer 2.
Is
No, I think it's coming out soon.
It's coming out. They're
I am
working
interested
on
in
it,
that.
but they haven't given an actual timetable yet.
That's the last thing. That's like the last mini series or whatever I binge watched like all of in one night. That was crazy.
Well, they already canceled American Vandal, so
That sucks.
Yeah.
American Vandal's fucking awesome.
Remember America's Most Wanted?
hell yeah.
American was wanting to give me
what's his
fucking-
name?
That was some like nightmare fuel if you
John
just had
Walsh?
a paranoid
John
kid.
Walsh, yeah. Anyway,
All right.
And that dude, have you ever seen that Adam movie? It was like a TV movie. John Walsh's son. That's so fucked up, dude.
Yeah, it is very
Oh,
fucked
yeah, I
up.
heard about
Yeah,
that,
but I know the story about
I
it.
never saw the movie, yeah.
Pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
All right.
Him and
All right.
Chris Hansen
We just about done because I've had like 6 pints today and I'm really tired.
We're about over 2 hours in, so I think we're good. All right. That was the podcast.
Great way to end it with talking about serial killers.
Yeah. Go see How to Train Your Dragon
Yeah.
3. Still in
Go
theaters.
We could
Just support it.
end it by talking about Jackass, but then the video will just get corrupted again.
I
Yeah,
think
go
we're
right
corrupted.
like Jackass.
It wasn't corrupted. It was just the audio was fucked up.
You're corrupted.
You're fucking corrupted. Dumb
Oh,
fuck.
yeah.
Anyway, go check. Hey, put the thing over your
You look like
face
you
again.
look like you got a boot on
There
your
you go.
head now.
All right, now end
Boom,
it.
boom, 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 boom.
Now end it.